Hey, everybody.
Hey, Mr. Grumpus, what's cooking?
Looks like the gang's all here.
Here we go. Chris is here.
Got Chris here. Guys Desires here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
How y'all doing?
Okay, that's better. Had YouTube on. Forgot to shut it down. How you doing there, Mr. Rainy Man? You had some
Oh
rain?
gosh, it thundered and lightning last night. About I don't know. I guess it started about 1. And it was still going at it about I don't know close to 4 when I went to bed. Rained off and on today.
Yeah, I
So
seen it. You're welcome.
yeah. So I've been in the in the office here playing all day.
Oh, that could be dangerous.
It was. I hope I get it all put back together for tonight.
Don't you hate when you do something like that? I mean, I've been breaking things lately. So, I mean, for instance, I got this, my regular headphones told you broke, okay?
Right, right.
So now I got this other one here that has a cord that can probably go across my entire apartment. Okay,
You take that into the kitchen when you.
I plugged it. I plugged it in. Okay, and I got up. I didn't know it was wrapped around my foot, and like they yanked the whole table.
Ooh.
It was horrible. So just trying to get used to things anyway. I don't
Now,
know.
can you still order parts for that headphone?
I don't know. I have to really look into it. It's a Sony, so I don't know. I have to look.
You might find this interesting. I've got an old set of Koss. Does that look familiar?
Oh yeah, Jesus.
I bought these in the summer of '78, maybe '79, and they had the liquid filled cups. And over the years, those things dried out and started cracking. And I want you to know about a year or two ago, I got with Koss, and they still had replacements for it.
Get out of here! Wow.
So I think it was $6 for a new pair. Now they're air filled, but I couldn't believe because these were studio grade when I bought them,
Hmm.
and I can't believe I could still get pieces for it.
The fact of the matter with this right here was that these have these have a coating that would go over it, so like a lighter
Uh huh.
cloth.
Right?
Okay, and you can see up on top how it's starting to
Yeah, yeah.
break
They
away a
wear
little.
out.
Okay, and they get hot as hell. But the Sony one, it seems like it's cutting in and out and just I don't know. Anyway, so what's going on, man?
Getting ready for the big race tomorrow.
Here you go. I don't even know who drives in it anymore.
Well, I mean, they qualified. I think pole position was 234,
Okay, wow,
234 mile an hour,
shoo, that was
and I mean they're ripping down the backstretch at 240 plus and hitting that third turn flat footed.
yeah. That's a crazy track too. I mean, when NASCAR first started going there, driving there, there's only a couple guys that could actually handle it.
Right.
Like Tony Stewart and
Yeah.
a couple guys. Now, a good friend of my family's was Wally Dallenbach. The
Okay.
Yeah, the father, and then the kids. Naturally, Wally went into NASCAR and stuff like that. And we were just talking earlier about how Kyle Busch.
Boy, that was a shock.
Yeah,
What a shock.
they said that he had like a sinus infection then it turned into like pneumonia. He had it for like a couple weeks.
Well, he raced at Watkins Glen
Hmm.
2 weekends ago, and I don't know about 30 miles or 30 laps from the end of the race, he had radioed in
For a
and
doctor.
needed to have a doctor meet him at his trailer after the race
Yeah,
because he had a real bad sinus infection. He thought he might need a shot.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then the next weekend, which was last weekend, he wins the truck race. And then apparently that was on a Saturday. Apparently they took him into the hospital Wednesday,
And died that
And then
night.
Thursday morning, they released that he would not be attending any of the scheduled events for this weekend.
Yeah.
And then, 6, 7, 8 hours later, they pronounced him dead. But he said pneumonia it turned into septic. It went septis on him,
Yeah. Exactly. That's deadly. I mean,
and that
that's
goes down. That you go down quick from that, from what I hear.
shame. 41 years old.
Yep.
Amazing.
Got them
Anyway.
2 kids, 11 and 4. I think.
Yeah. Tough. And I mean, they show all the hyping on it with them fighting and stuff. I used to when Wally Donald Back used to drive for Richard Petty.
Yeah.
I would go there and actually cook for them on Saturday. Do the hot laps on Saturday and get ready for Sunday. So
Uh-huh.
when they got done with the trial runs and stuff like that, warm ups and all that crap. When they would get done, I'd be cooking for them. So all Petty's crew, and all the surrounding drivers. We were right in the middle where all the drivers
Yeah.
were. So I enjoyed it for a while. But then once again, it started getting, I don't know, want to fight and all that stuff. Drive the damn car and shut up. You know what I mean?
Well, I was never really a Kyle Busch fan.
Right. Yeah.
Well, him and his brother both, I thought were just a couple of jerks.
Yeah.
you know, but at the same time, I always gave him credit for being a wheelman.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
could
he could
drive.
drive the wheels off anything you put him in,
Yep.
and he played he played into the bad guy image with the fans a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And that, I mean, like I said, I used to go to Pocono. I used to go to Watkins Glen, Talladega. I went down Talladega. You talk about an enormous track
Oh yeah,
stuff. I mean, it's just completely crazy. But I got to know a couple of them. I met Dale Earnhardt. Matter of fact, he was sitting around with Wally, and him and Wally used to do a lot of hunting together
uh-huh.
in the off season. So, but I got talking to him, and there again, his craft, he was very cocky.
Yeah,
Okay, but he get in that car, he could drive, like you said, drive the wheels off it.
yep, yep.
The guys that I met that were pretty interesting to talk to were the Burton brothers.
Yes,
Remember Jeff and
yeah. They got a little bit of an accent.
a little bit, you think? One guy collects bicycles.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he brought an old. And Wally's dad used to collect tractors and bicycles. So he brought a bike over to Wally to
What a combo!
exactly. Neither one of them get over 10, 15 miles an hour. But getting to talk to them a little bit, and you see the other side of them. Yes.
Well, that's back in the days they could, they could work on their cars. It's kind of pretty much run what you brung.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And, well, they've kind of ruined the sport by over regulation, I think. I mean, I'm all for the new safety stuff and things like that, but you know, and I say the same thing about Indy.
Hmm.
I remember back in the day, you'd have two or three or four different chassis. You'd have front engine, rear engine, your turbines. I mean, just whatever you brought, if you could get it qualified in there, you could race it.
Yeah. Sure.
Now they have to have they get their I think they get a choice of two chassis, 2 or 3 motors, and it's just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's taking a lot of the innovation out. Some of the
What I
stuff
like.
that made it exciting.
Yeah, what I liked about racing was, and was the fact of the matter is that you could talk to these guys. You could,
Mhm.
if you did, they weren't like baseball players, football players. Get away from me or whatever, all that
Right,
stuff. They
right.
were pretty much down to earth. But then again, like I said, I lost my way with it a little bit because then like some of the controversies and all that stuff. There again, pay to play. I don't want to see that crap. So I don't know. Gulf Coast Granny.
Rubbin was racing. Yeah, that's right. But no, I mean, if it's like the years, there's about 3 or 4 years stunt there where the turbines showed up. Turbines was just handing everybody their hat.
Mm.
They had a little bit of issue with longevity,
Right.
but when they first showed up, I mean, everybody was just crying, man, it ain't fair. They're so much faster. And I'm thinking, well, everybody get a turbine. That's the way I looked at it. But the next few years they regulated it so tight that they couldn't even be competitive anymore.
yeah,
Because I mean, there's a good chance we could be driving turbines now if they'd have just let that stuff develop.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
Chrysler had a turbine prototype
yeah,
that they produced back in the late '60s, probably
yeah,
68,
yeah,
69, maybe early '70s,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it never really hit the market.
Boy, really making me getting the cobwebs out of my 30-year. Granny's in the basement.
Oh, look what I found! Everybody, welcome Gulf Coast Granny.
Howdy, howdy. How are you? Thank you. Thank you.
You may take a bow.
Thank you.
Hey, Grumpus, I watched the thing. I don't know why I keep getting them, but I watched the thing where they're doing with drag racing. Okay,
Uh huh.
big block engine, the whole bit up against Teslas, electric cars.
Right.
The truck, I mean, blew them away.
Yeah.
I mean, fast as hell. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I
Unbelievable.
mean, it makes sense. You take an electric motor. I mean, you turn that sucker on. It's instant, full RPM.
Yeah. But the guy in the race car driver said, "Well, after he charges up, I'll meet him back in the state in about 24 hours." I'm, Charlotte, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just reminiscing about my first Pepsi 400 down in Daytona.
Yeah.
Oh
Gant,
my gosh.
Harry Gant.
Oh, how did you know?
Skull, skull.
He was my sweetheart. I loved me some Harry Gant, handsome Harry.
Yeah, they were the days.
I told that text was supposed to go to Poppy, but I put it in your chat instead.
That's all right.
I have a Harry Gant
Unfortunately, he don't
car.
what?
I have a Harry Gant car. It's one of those metal model
Uh-huh.
1/20th or something. I forget, but anyhow, it's cool and I love it, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. But I saw him on his very last race at the Pepsi 400 because he was retiring that year. And God, it was so hot, y'all. It was so hot. July 4th in
Oh yeah.
Daytona, and I had this fan that had a mister on with it, and I was sitting there just getting my groove on with my mist and my fan. And back then I was cute and skinny and all that good stuff, and he waved at me, and I was like fangirling like crazy. And the man was probably 30 years older than me at that point in time. I didn't care. Of course, I was the crazy teenager that had a crush on Alex Trebek too. So
Well, okay. Well, I knew there was one out there.
it was me.
What was his show?
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Yeah, that's it. Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I like the other one with Vanna. Yeah. Can I buy a vowel?
Yeah.
Everybody loved Vanna. I think even the girls loved her. I mean,
Unbelievable.
where can you go and just look pretty and turn letters around and make that kind of money?
Man, that's a gig I want.
I got a little Matchbox car with number 46, Wally Dallenbach. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good friends of the family, you know.
Wait a minute.
And
46.
and it was for the first union. It was for the bank. That was the 1 year deal. So I got that Matchbox. It's still in the package, the whole bit. And I'm never a big collector with anything. So when my grandsons were little, my wife says to me, "Why don't you give them that little car?" No,
My car.
it's mine.
We're finding a new car.
It's too funny.
But yeah, I like racing. The Indy didn't start yet, did it? It starts tomorrow?
Yeah. I mean, they did some practice today. It was carb day today.
Okay.
So hopefully they pull the race off tomorrow. I asked Alexa about the weather, and she said it's going to rain, but
Oh no, no, no,
that's
no.
Indy for you.
Well, Violet's all into the indie. I forget which one her favorite is, but some foreign guy,
So we
handsome, young.
so let's see, it's May, almost the end of May into June.
Yeah.
Formula One out here is in November, and now they're starting to put up all the fiber optic tubes, and they're setting that whole thing up. And people are just fit to be tied. I mean, about traffic and all this stuff like that.
Right.
So I said, well, everybody's bitching and moaning about it, but guess what? They take a lot of the tax and bring a lot of people in
Yes.
for that one race. I guess they start bringing people in for that week. Okay, they brought in like 300,000 or 400,000 people
Holy Toledo.
for
Oh
that
yeah.
week. Yeah, and they run it at night. So I mean, and then take it all back down again. So it's here to stay. So, but everybody
Right.
bitches and moans about it. I mean, come on. I
Well,
don't
it
know.
probably lowers their taxes. Can you imagine how much you'd be paying in taxes if they didn't come?
Oh yeah,
You know,
unreal. So what else is going on?
not a whole lot. We got our storage unit emptied, which is a big celebration right now because that's $200 a month I don't have to pay anymore.
That's nice, ain't it?
It is. It is.
I I tell you all the time that I had a place in North Carolina that I had storage, and I paid on that for 2 years. And when I opened it up, this the junk I had in there, a box of hammers, stuff. I mean, just flower pots and stuff Marie had. I mean, come on,
Right.
and you forget all that. Just
You
not worth
do.
it. Just not worth
Well, a lot of my pictures were in there, and pictures from when my oldest was a baby all the way up, and those needed to be protected. But what I'm going to do with them is take them all to my oldest daughter's house, and her sister are going to go through and organize everything and divvy it up between all the kids that are in the pictures.
We lost a ton of pictures. All the pictures from the restaurant and stuff
Yeah.
in Florida. One of the floods we had because I don't want her to hear this, but we argued about where we should put the pictures.
Yeah.
And I said, I got a place where you can put them.
Oops.
And and I took them and I put them out in the outside shed.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And yeah, lost them all.
Oh, I know you ate that for a while.
Boy, I tell you what, I was sick of tasting feathers.
I know you were. Goodness. Oh. Can't
How's
find
your
it.
weather, Charlotte?
Well, today was a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday, it stormed from the time I woke up till the time I went to bed.
Really?
And well, it was kind of off and on, but it never stopped thundering until dark. It was crazy weather. Now today it was a little rainy this morning, but by 10 o'clock it was beautiful outside. It is muggy, and I know that summer is on its way now
Yeah.
because in fact, when I walked out there last night, right before the bottom fell out, or the night before last, before everything, it was probably 80 degrees and 100% humidity. It felt like breathing through a wet washcloth.
This was night before last.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was miserable out there.
We had 3 or 4 days of very high winds, but the temperature was, I mean, absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I bet it
It
was.
was almost like being on the beach. What I'm used to in Jersey with that no humidity. We don't have no humidity out here anyway.
Yeah.
But today, it reminded me that you're in the desert, maniac. Get inside. It's like 100 and I don't know, a little over 100.
Oh
Whatever.
my goodness. I just can't. I can't believe y'all get that so early in the year.
Yeah, I mean, last year I was like mortified with it. April, I never forget it. April 14th, it was 120 degrees,
Unbelievable.
like that.
I
Like
don't know
turning
what it
off
got
lights.
around here because I didn't go outside all day because it's been raining off and on.
Right. Oh, so y'all got some of it too, huh?
We got one hell of a lightning and thunderstorm last night.
Okay. Okay.
So it might have hit you guys today.
I was just about to say it's probably headed this direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I did. Let me see. I got to look at my weather thing because they've been warning us about bad weather for the next week, off and on, not constant, but still.
Well, they've got flash flood warnings for the next couple of days.
I asked my daughter. She sent me a text. How you doing, Pop, and everything like that. I said, hanging in there. How are you doing?
Uh-huh.
She said, I forgot exactly how the humidity is
Oh wow.
up here.
Yeah, we're supposed to have 70% rain between 2 and 3 in the morning. And then again at 10, 11, and 12. And then it's supposed to taper off till the next day, Sunday. Wait a minute. Did I just lie to y'all?
Hey, Jane.
And then Monday it's supposed to do nothing but storm. And we got a stinking cook-off to go to. Shoot.
Right now it's 84 degrees here.
We've got, my daughter has a friend who's a barbecue guy, and he
Uh-huh.
does those competitions and stuff
This is tomorrow.
Monday.
Okay.
And he's decided to cook. He was some kind of champion. He's got to go on this trip, I forget where, to cook. And he's trying to get sponsors and all kinds of stuff to go up there. And anyhow, he's going to be doing a brisket. Another guy's doing a pork butt. And the next door neighbor guy is doing some of his New York style chicken on a grill stuff. I'm telling you what, this guy's a genius. Let me tell you what he does. He's got this brick fire pit sort of looking thing, and it's square.
Okay.
And it's probably at least 4 feet long and about 2.5 feet across. And he puts coals all across the bottom of it. And he lights those coals and gets them good and hot. And he's got a rack the same size, a little bit bigger than the rectangle.
It looks like a rebar for a
Yeah,
driveway.
yeah. But it's double layered. I mean, it's one. He smashes that chicken in between, and they just take it like this, and they flip it over and. I'm like,
Yeah.
get the heck out of Dodge. That's
That's-
genius.
That's how they do whole hog.
That's how we
in
used
the
to do in
Carolinas.
North Carolina. Exactly how we
Is
did it.
that right?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it before. Now, his seasoning's a little different, but it's good.
Uh-huh.
It's not what I'm used to, but it's good. And boy, I tell you what, that chicken just falls right off the bone, and it's delicious. So I'm looking forward to Monday. I just hope, I hope we don't get rained out, because if we do, I'll be really sad.
Wet chicken.
I was planning on doing a pork butt tomorrow,
Okay.
but it's supposed to rain. I've decided to put a pot of chili on and just
Hey.
park my butt in the sofa all day.
That sounds good. So, I told y'all I was buying ground sirloin instead of ground beef, just regular ground beef, because I figured, well, it's only a little bit more expensive by about $2 or $3 for a 2.25 pound package, right? I think I was paying $14 or $15 for 2.25 pound. Well, I went shopping online yesterday because I always do my grocery order on Fridays. $20.34. I said, "Are you for 2.25 pounds of ground anything?" So
Yep.
I didn't buy it, and I
Passing up maybe 3 of those will pay for your grinder.
no kidding. Well, what I
And you
did,
can buy brisket. You can still buy brisket cheaper than that and grind it yourself.
isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Well, what I bought instead. Now, this is a new thing they've got at Walmart, at least since I've been looking. Excuse me. They're putting ground pork and ground beef together, grinding
Yeah.
it together. And it was $9 for a 2-pound bag or container of it. I brought it home, cut it in half, and I'm gonna go that route and see if I like it or not. I know it'll make a really good chili. It'll make
Tastes.
real I'm
Well,
sorry,
it
It's a
introduces the
meatball.
fat. So,
It's a meatball.
a meatball, meatloaf, soups and stews. So that'll be okay. But I'm telling you what, I need to buy me a grinder. I'm done decided that's what might happen next.
yep, you got an academy over there.
I do. And I've got a Sam's Club that I can get a chuck roll from and just grind the whole thing up if I want to.
Yep.
I'm going tomorrow because I didn't bring cash with me. I like when I go shopping, I pay cash.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to put it on credit card or anything like that. I don't do that.
Right.
So I didn't have cash with me, but I'm just going in today to get. I didn't have enough cash. Let's put it that way. Just going to get some heavy cream and stuff like that.
Right.
And I looked and I found a 21-pound full chuck clod, right? The whole thing, and it was $110. So I get down and I push it way up into the back.
Put it in layaway.
I put other meat in front of it, and people are walking past me. I'm going, look at that stuff like this, and I put it down. Push it back.
Go back tomorrow and hope for the best, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
I told Maurice. Maurice says, "Why would you do something like that?" I said, "We live in Vegas. Got to take a chance."
There you
No
go.
kidding.
That's the cheapest I've seen it since from when I first moved out here. I was getting them for like
Right.
$57 for the full
Right.
clod. Same size. So it's good to have on hand because I cut them usually about 2 inches thick, and I cut the whole thing. And then I
Yeah.
can cut a Denver out of there. I can, there's a whole bunch of different cuts that I can get out
That's
of there.
true.
So, but yeah, Charlotte, I think you would like the pork and the beef blend.
I think she will.
We're gonna find out. I think I'll like it too. I do.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, I've done that. Get a select brisket that's a little lean, and I'll throw a pork butt in there with it.
Yeah,
I'll be okay.
yeah. I
Okay.
just did a video on that. Matter of fact, I did because I had a shoulder roast beef. I bought a whole shoulder roast. It was on sale,
Right.
and that soup. There's not a bunch of fat in it whatsoever.
Right.
And I'll take the pork butt and I'll cut that up, throw that in there, and grind that whole thing together for burgers. You see, the thing we do around here, as far as burgers are concerned, they don't last long
Right.
because it's very quick. You know what I mean? So,
I do.
but I told her, I said I'd rather grind it myself. So I just wait it out. I mean, I'll grind pork and use it that way also too. So
Right. Right.
I think you like it.
Let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm gonna miss the ground sirloin. Of course, I guess I could go buy a whole sirloin too and grind that up if I wanted to.
Stop and figure it out. Okay. I'm going to go tomorrow and get this 21-pound full chuck clod or chuck roll. I'll cut it up. All right. And if I want to, I will get probably maybe 10 to 12 different meals out of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then take the other ones that I already cut and dissect them out. Okay. Cut the eye and all that stuff and make different meals out of that.
Right.
And then if I want to, then I can just grind it all up. With
Let
all
me
the-
ask you a quick question. When you do a chuck roll, how many chuck eye steaks can you get out of that? What, 3?
Well, see the way I cut it up. You probably can get 2 or 3 out of it, okay. But I cut them. I cut them into steaks themselves. So you got the eye, you got the cap, you got the Denver cut, and all that stuff in there.
Right.
And so that's why I make them 2 inches thick. Because what I'll do is I'll take them. If I take the cap off or the eye, and then I vertically cut them.
Oh.
I'll cut them in half. There's only 2 of us.
Right.
So I'll take that and just cut it up that way. So when I cut the whole thing, like I said, I can probably get 12 pieces of that full, and then I'll trim it after I take it from the freezer. I'll trim it down
Right.
for a couple days.
Well, I know I could probably get at least 3 chuck roasts out of it.
Oh hell yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And then a couple of chuck eye steaks and maybe some. See, I don't know how to cut the Denver steak.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
I cut it in half, and I'll cut slices of it.
Okay.
Okay, all the way down. Then you can do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So in your case, what there's four in your house?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take two of these the way I cut them. You can take two of them. All right, cut the chuck, cut the eye out of two of them, slice them in half, and you got four steaks.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the way. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I know people who cook them ahead of time, and then you just do it that way. I just know
Mm.
I can do a whole bunch of different stuff. I
Yeah.
got tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is I went dumpster diving, not dumpster diving, freezer diving, dumpster diving, and I'll write stuff on there on the vacuum seal bags, and sometimes
Mhm.
just they'll rub off whatever.
Sure.
So I'm looking. I knew I had an eye round that I was going to cook and then slice up on a slicer.
Hmm.
I was going to make chaffle sandwiches. I was going to make some, roast beef in the romaine lettuce and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Boy, you would have thought I was a kid in a candy store because when I got down to that bottom there, I found six, two in a pack, six ribeyes.
Say it isn't so. I know you were doing the happy dance.
So I just bought some shrimp, so I did a surf and turf.
Ooh, nice.
So, but I cooked it. I cooked the ribeye like they did in that Texas, the Lone Star Cafe in Houston and out by the airport.
You did a video on that?
Yeah, that's coming up tomorrow.
'Cause I don't think I've been to either one of those restaurants.
And what I did was, I don't know. I don't think they're there anymore. Honestly, they were privately owned. There was only two. Everybody get that confused with the Lone Star Steakhouse.
Yeah.
The chain.
Uh huh.
But these were both separate. They cooked it right in front of you, Grumpus, but they cooked it in lemon and butter.
Lemon
Lemon and butter. I'm telling you, you got to try it.
on a steak.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, knock you out, knock you. And they cooked right in front of you. They had all these big, oversized cast iron pans. They must have had 50 of them. And they would do ribeye, they would do T-bone, and also they would do a what do you call it? Porterhouse.
Mmm.
And
And
they
lemon and butter.
lemon and butter, and they got done it. They put the pad of lemon butter right on top of that steak, and I'm telling you what, knock your socks off.
I'll be.
Yeah, it's delicious.
God's
Cold.
desire said it's amazing the treasures you can find in your freezer. Yes, it is.
Phew.
I got my deep freeze in the garage. I haven't opened it in 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
I know I got some prime briskets down there. I know I got some ribs in there.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hey, it's something else when you get old. The different things you
I've
get.
just got so much crap I piled.
Yep, I get it.
I lost my, this is how things happen around here.
Okay.
My drill press went out at work
Hmm.
and I went to order another one and it was going to be like 6 months before they had any more come in.
Oh no.
The ones that I could afford that I wanted. I got one just like it at home. So I just went home, brought my drill press in,
Hmm.
ordered the other one, and it just replaced mine.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, we came over to the house. I've got a bunch of stuff bolted to it. I've got auxiliary tables, all kinds of jigs and stuff that I had. Well, the closest horizontal place to put all this stuff was on top of the freezer. So all of it went on top of the freezer. Drill press went to work into the story. But since stuff's already on the freezer, more went on the freezer. So,
But
And now you have a mountain on your freezer.
well, all right, here's the pathetic part.
Okay.
That new drill is sitting on a pallet at work. It's been there almost 2 years. I need to bring it home so I can unload the crap off the freezer and put it back on the drill press.
Oh my goodness. Oh
It's,
my goodness.
you think about all the stuff you got to do, and you think, I'll do that next weekend.
When we lived in North Carolina, I I had my tools and everything, in my truck and toolboxes and everything. And we built a deck off the back of the house, and then that's where I kept all that stuff. I don't like clutter. It drives me insane. So what I did was I
We
went
can't
and
be friends.
I no, wait a minute, it gets better. It gets better. I went and I ordered a 16 by 20 by 12 foot high, okay, shed. Okay, so
That's a big shed.
yeah, I had the cross beams. Okay, I put some stuff. I had stuff up in there. Okay, I had nail guns. I had pneumatic nail guns. I had finishing nailers and stuff like that. Like I said, I built a half a barn to keep my tractor in out of pallet wood
Yeah.
Wow.
because it was coming away from bladder cancer and trying to keep busy. You know what I mean? Built a greenhouse. So anyway, long story short, that's where I broke my leg because I went to get up in it was snowing the whole bit, and I went to get up into the shed to put my generator away. Okay, boom, bang, broke it, and I told Marie, I'm done. I ain't doing this no more. I've had it. Okay, so this guy down the street kept breaking my horns about, hey Tom, can I borrow your gun? Nope. Why won't you let me borrow your stuff? I said, because that's the point. It's my stuff, not your
Yeah.
stuff. Okay? Come back, hey, I'm sorry. I said, but I'll tell you what, I'll sell you everything. He said, only if the shed comes with it. So I paid like $2,800 for the shed.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal, okay? $3,800, take everything. Screws, nuts, bolts, the whole bit. Okay, got a deal. Now, you got to understand,
Talk about Christmas time.
No
everything's
kidding.
everything's hanging up, okay? Wrenches, nail guns set in a certain spot. I even had them strapped in, so whatever. This dude come up with a guy with a wrecker. He lifted that stuff up, and all you heard was bang, bang. I'm talking table saws, okay? Bandsaw and all that stuff. Boom, bang, boom, bang. Give me the cash. And when Marie says, oh my God, you must be heartbroken. Not really.
Right, right.
It didn't take long to perk up, did it?
No. I said, nope, don't need it. And
Do
we
you know a shed like that today would cost 10 to 12 grand?
yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, I've told plenty of my neighbors, if you got to borrow it more than once, it's time to get your own.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I never did that because even
Well, it depends. I've got a few neighbors that work with their hands all day, so they know the value of a tool.
Right.
And if they was to mess it up, they would bring me a new one without me even saying anything. Now I've got some tools. The tools I use, and then I've got loaner tools, things that don't have a lot of value, anything like that. I've got an old skill. It was skill drill. It was my grandfather's.
yeah.
The metal housing. That thing's got a screw on the back. You got the trigger, and the screw rests right here, in the hole
Oh,
in the trigger. That sucker gets so hot,
oh, I bet it does.
and it's got the original cord, which them old cords, Tom. They get so hard and brittle they wouldn't bend no more. This
Break right
this
in half.
drill will shock you about every other time you pull the trigger.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's my loaner.
Oh man.
I mean, just even in a restaurant, I was that guy that would have my knives and I'd bring them in every day in a case, or sometimes I get lazy and
Yeah.
put them up there. And I see somebody cutting up onions with my butcher knife.
No.
So I said, you know what? I'm the dumbass. I'm the chef in charge of everybody. So what I did was I hired a company that would come in and they would rent me knives. They would pick them up on a Wednesday, drop off a whole new set, sharpen the other ones, and bring them back next Wednesday. So it
Oh,
kept
yeah.
me
Kept
in
a
sharp knife.
rotation. Yeah.
Yeah, it was worth it because and by the way, when I did finally retire, get out of the business and everything like that, couldn't find my knives. I don't know if I left them somewhere. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So I.
I'm pretty particular on my knives. I don't like other people using my knives.
Yeah. So so I have one guy keeps. I mean, every couple weeks sends me a message. I got a knife for you. I know. I watch your videos. I know how you use knives. I know what kind of knife you want. This and that. I said, pal, look, I'm retired. I don't. I got more knives you can shake a stick at. Please, don't stop wasting your time. I don't need new knives.
Send them to somebody else.
Just I had a company
Well,
send.
have them send them, and then work out
Do
some
a
kind of a
giveaway.
giveaway.
Yeah.
Well, no, he don't want to. He wants me to pay for them.
I got you.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a company send me out this little pocket knife with my initials on it.
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you think of the knife? It's nice, thank you. Oh, wait a minute. He says that I can make you them blades. I can make for you. For your YouTube channel. I said, no, you got me. Send me one. I'll use this. Oh,
My
I
goodness.
got to tell you something.
What?
So every once in a while, I get offers. To send stuff out. I just had I can't remember the name of the company with the grills and stuff. And I don't know if I wanted to. They'll send me out the grill. It's all yours. I can't remember the name of it. But what I was thinking about, Grumpus, I was thinking about maybe I give them your address, let you send you a grill. But so
Hi.
anyway,
Hi. I'm the other Tom.
yeah, we're twins. Get off my shoulder.
Funny.
Anyway, so I keep turning stuff down, this and that. I mean, if it's not practical for me to use, there's no sense me.
Well, and you got limited space too.
Yeah, and I had one company want to send me out extension poles with like brushes on it. Okay.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that sounds I might do that. I said, what am I doing? Okay. But this one company reaches out to me, and they said we're gonna do a series with you if you accept it. Okay. I'm gonna send you three. I guess from Amazon, three different not emails, but links. Okay, check these links and see what you think. So one was a juicer. Okay, and I don't juice. I mean, I did juice years ago. I have no need for that. And right away, the little Trian that I'm married to, she starts. Well, maybe we could use the juicer. No. Yeah. The other thing was a coffee grinder. Okay, so I said it was a pretty good size one.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, maybe. I said, yeah, that I'll give that a try because I like grinding my own coffee and stuff like that. But they said, okay, here was the hook. Okay, but if you want to do that first, what I'd like for you to do is, would you do a review or, if you don't want to, you don't have to, on a electric lunchbox?
What?
I started laughing. An electric lunchbox. Okay, I says, let me look at it. Let me send me the link. I looked at it, and then the wheels started turning. I could use it on the keto channel. Okay, if you're a truck driver or whatever you do, you're working this and that, and your excuse is that lunchtime I have to get off keto. I can't eat regular meals. This you can cook your stuff or take it out of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
You charge it ahead of time and you set the timer on it to heat it up. Okay, so by the time lunchtime comes, you got a hot lunch. Comes with 2 spoons, a stainless steel tray inside this one box and another bag, the whole bag. So I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, let me have it. Because I'm looking at this. I guess the hook that I'm going to use is, as I'm cooking, if I make vegetables, say I got a roast in the oven, it's going to take 2 hours for that roast to go. I don't want to be standing there or wait to the last minute and do the vegetables. I'll cook the vegetables and put them in this little lunchbox.
Well, how big is it?
It's
Is that like, I mean, like a small thermos?
no, it's big. It's pretty good size. It's got a strap on it. It's got a thermal
Could
bag
you
that you put in it.
could you rest a brisket in it overnight?
It's not that big. If you slice it, you could do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's where my mindset was. So it was funny though, Grumpus, because 7 or 8 o'clock at night my time, I send a response back that yeah, I do it. Okay. Only if you send me that out, I'll make a video on it. But in the same token, I want that grinder. Right away, they start asking you about monetization. How do you want to get paid? And I said, no, just send me that stuff out. That's good enough for me. Right. So I talked to them like 7 o'clock in the evening, or my time, Pacific time. 9:30 the next morning, guy knocking on the door with the package.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
I said, man, they want me to sell this.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. So looking it over and stuff, it looks built pretty good,
That's crazy. I think that my house is 3 days from everywhere because I get nothing except grocery delivery that quickly.
It was pretty amazing. So I said to Maria, I got to do it now. So, it's here.
Well, that was through Amazon, right?
Yeah, that's where you could buy it through Amazon.
Yeah.
And this,
That's how you got it so fast.
yeah. Yeah. And I just, somebody else just bought the Jenga, the salt and pepper.
Well, I bought 2 of them.
Yep. Yep. So the only bad thing with that thing is that when you go to grab it, you set it off.
Yeah, we've had that issue around here too.
Yeah.
You just, I finally told her, I said, well, you have to grab it with one hand and use it, and put it in the other hand to put it away,
Right.
because your thumb will hit that button every time you set it down.
We laughed hard with that, Marie. I can hear Marie. Son of a. Just slipped the floor.
That's funny.
But I thought this lunchbox. I say, here, I'm 71 years old. Just send me out a lunchbox. I'm retired. What the hell I care about that? But it was interesting. Because it came with a regular spoon, not a plastic, anything like that. Regular metal spoon and a fork. It had a little compartment for it. Pretty sharp.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I told you about my mom needing a remote for her TV, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
She got that in less than 3 hours. She's 900 miles away from me, and I ordered it. She got it at her doorstep less than 3 hours after we talked about it.
Can you believe that?
I couldn't believe it.
That's-
they said they would.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if she gets it in the morning, that'd be more than I expected.
Yeah. So I'll see how this thing works. And here's the problem. They'd be sending me out stainless steel saute pans and stuff. One, I need 2 hands to pick up. That's how heavy this thing, the cladding on it is. But it's a great pan, the whole bit. But I have no more room.
Look. Go ahead.
And I'm that type of guy who can't give something away. I just can't. Well, Marie says, "What are you doing with that set of pans?" I can use them. Yeah. So.
Well, I've got quite a few pans, but I've got them on a chain. I hung a chain on the wall and just got a bunch of S hooks, and that thing's probably holding 500 pounds worth of pots and pans.
Yeah. Ooh, what you got
Look
there?
at here! Look at here! Look at here!
Yes. Oh, fiddlesticks. Well, hang on a minute. Let me fix it. As usual. So, this is my new slow cooker.
Wow!
And the whole pan comes out of the thingamabobber.
I've never seen one that shallow.
I've never used it yet. But this can go in the oven by itself if you need to. This thing
Is it
does-
metal?
It's metal.
Yes, it's metal.
Okay.
And the bottom piece is also mostly, well, it's metal on the inside. Um, the outside is plasticky. Yeah. And it's got electronic controls on the front there, and you can't see them until you plug it in.
Yeah.
But you can steam vegetables in here. You can slow cook. You can braise. You can brown your meat before you slow cook it or braise it. It's really cool. And
But
look,
wait, there's more.
what's more? No, this thing is great. Now, here's the best part. Wait, there's more. So, I have been having my eye on this for probably the past 3 or 4 months. It was $80, 79 and some change on Walmart.com. And it's the Drew Barrymore Beautiful Collection. Well, I was shopping the other day telling Jane Doe about it on the phone with her. And I looked, and it was 59 and some change. They had taken $20 off, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's a great price. It's on clearance. So guess who had $50 in Walmart cash? So with tax, I ended up paying $15 for it.
Sweet.
So I was
Nice.
tickled to death. But I really like the look of it. One thing that kind of has me kind of confused is the lid has a hole right there in the top.
Steam hole.
But how do you slow cook if there's not a seal? I mean,
See, no, see, because that don't have to be sealed.
it doesn't?
No,
No.
the couple ones I have steam releases.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it'll still do the same job.
Yeah, because if it locked in tight, if you locked it down tight, and then you try to open it, almost like a pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker. Yep. Yep. Well, I think she's a beauty. I love the
Yeah, I
gold
like it.
handles.
They're getting thinner and thinner now because now you like ribs and stuff like that. You can fit on these things.
I've never seen one that shallow. I like the looks of that.
I
Yeah.
thank you. I like it too. See there, it'll sit up on the counter nice.
I'll be right back, guys.
And
my-
it's a good size when you lift
Oh yeah.
it out. But one of
See,
the
my-
reasons I wanted this is because I've got a huge cast iron enameled oval shaped Dutch oven.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love cooking with it. But it's so heavy that I have a hard time pulling it out of the oven by
Yeah.
myself when it's full.
Yeah.
I have a hard time washing it in the sink when it's not full. So I thought this would really suit me because it's lightweight. I mean, is it top of the line? No. But
If it cooks, it
it's
cooks.
going to do the job I need it to do, right? I like the shape of it too, God's desire. I love this oval shape. So anyhow, I wanted to show that off a little bit, and since we were talking about cooking stuff, it was appropriate.
There you go.
Let me put it back.
I can't wait to see the demo.
I should probably do one, huh?
You know, I've got a crock pot, but the inside comes out. But I'm afraid to put it in the oven. It's ceramic or
Yes.
porcelain or whatever. Everybody says it'll hold up.
I've heard that too.
I'm afraid
I'm
of
a
the mess
skeptic.
that I'll end up with.
Right. Well, and what if you put it in there and it cracks
Right.
right in half?
And I have too many Dutch ovens already, so I really don't need to do that.
My favorites are actually my 3-quart Dutch ovens, and they are very small, but they do the job for me. I enjoy those.
Yeah.
And you can cook on top of the stove with them too. So, yeah, they're kind of an all-purpose thing, multi-purpose, whatever.
I've got a few Lodge, and then I've got some that are the enameled.
Well, I also bought a new skillet today, but it's dirty right now, so I can't show it off. But it's basically a a saute pan, but it looks like got tall sides on it, so it looks like a chicken frying skillet, and I'm sure
Okay.
it's good. But it's that ceramic non-stick on the inside.
Yes.
You can use it on induction cookware or any other kind for that matter. And I like the look of it. It's kind of a pale, mushroomy color.
Yeah, I've got two. What is it? Zwilling
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
that have that ceramic coating on them. I really like them. They're a heavy pan. I really like them.
Now this one's fairly light.
Now, when my wife's son was here, he managed to chip one of them.
Ooh,
So I've got that lasting memory.
yeah, yeah. Well, I figured if I like this pan, I'll order a set.
Yeah.
I just bought one to try it out to make sure I liked it because it's not really a high dollar set. And I kind of wanted to get some All American, or isn't that one that the
All
stainless?
clad.
All
All
clad.
clad.
That's it. That's it. I kind of wanted to get some of those, but if this will work for me, why bother?
I've got a couple of all clad pans. I don't like their handles.
I don't
They
care for it. Oh,
they cut into my hand.
yeah, yeah, because they've got that sharp edge around the
Well,
bottom.
it's like a upside down U.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you pick it up, it teeters and pushes up into your hand, and it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky, but
Maybe,
I've
but
got
probably not.
I've got some tri-ply that I bought at Sam's
Okay.
that look holding it up next to my all clad. They're the same thickness, same everything, but the handles are better.
Okay.
And I bought that whole set, I think,
Ooh.
for $170.
Oh, that's not. Look at that. Is that the electric?
Is that a
lunchbox?
Is that a Gucci?
Excuse me.
It's Louis Vuitton. Come on.
Excuse me. And it's sandstone.
A carbon steel wok. Ooh, nice.
It comes with a nice back strap. You know, you
Look
can,
at that.
can hold on to it. And then
Oh, wow.
Looky there.
that's
I
the
wasn't
unit.
expecting it to be solid on the inside.
That's the unit. It's got all the settings
Nice.
on it. And then over here,
All right, Vanna.
this is the utensils.
Okay. Actually, metal utensils. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
I'll break something on it.
Well, that's a long way from wrapping your burrito in foil and sticking it on top of the manifold.
Yeah. So it comes with a. I mean, they showed people they cook, noodles in it and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's got a lid that you got to open up to let the vent. Everything's got to be vented,
Okay.
and it's got a date on it. Why would they want dates on there? But you got the charger that comes with it, and then this is a divider that you can put in if you wanted to put different stuff in here.
Sure, yeah.
Divide that, but that's the inside,
Nice.
okay?
Metal.
And then this is the little pan that you would put the food in.
Dishwasher safe.
Yeah.
Nice.
But wait, there's more.
What?
You can push button this here. You can set this up to 8 hours
Oh, my.
of heating food. Keeping it hot. Doesn't cook it. If you set the right temperature, there's 3 settings for the
Look
temperature.
at Tom.
And on top of it,
Trying to sit the hook.
this could be keto friendly.
Yes, it
Stop and think about
indeed.
that.
I bet it can grow basil too.
It might could. Or even some hot peppers.
And if it doesn't work,
Heat up that ground.
it can be a projectile. So I said, I told Maria, I said, I'm going to give it a shot because, I could have just fought just to get the, and it closes up like that, goes in the bag. And
That is really nice.
Yeah. $60 they want for it.
What?
Yeah.
No,
But
You
wait.
might find a use for it.
Well,
Might sell a couple of them for them.
I look at it this way. I can turn around and I hope I got it in there right. I can turn around and use it just like I said, from cooking stuff, vegetables or something like that. Even if I keep it home, Marie likes to eat baked potatoes and stuff like that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can cook them, put them in there, hold them for the day, whatever, you know.
Right. Right.
But, but I thought it was kind of funny because the hook that they wanted was, I wanted the damn coffee grinder. I mean, it was nice. You know what I mean? They actually have a what they call a bistro. Uh, what is it? Yeah, for making different types of coffees and stuff like that. So they sort of hooked me on that.
Very cool.
We'll see
Well,
what.
and you know,
At least it was kitchen oriented. I mean, I get off. Well, I don't get as many as I used to, but I still get a couple of offers a month. A lot of the stuff is so far out there; it's got nothing to do
right.
with barbecue or cooking or anything like that.
You know, I had somebody try to message me, and I mean, they wouldn't give up. They were like constantly emailing me
Oh,
about
once they get your
twice
email,
a
they're
week.
relentless.
And they wanted me to try some of their worms for my chickens. Dehydrated worms. What? No, thank you. Go away, Myra. Go away, Myra. That was her name, Myra.
Uh,
And I'm like, no, no, no.
The funniest thing was, I get this from. I guess they're affiliated with YouTube on the shopping end of it. I guess. Okay. I mean, I have merch on my channel. I'm the only one that bought anything, and Charlie from Cooking Secrets for Men, he bought an apron just to break my horns. Okay. So I keep getting this message from this one certain store, and please leave me alone. You know, I'm not interested in anything that you have,
Right.
but we have eyeliner at a great price. I says, when you watch my videos, does it look like I need eyeliner?
yes, you're not wearing any. You need some.
I think you need some, Tom.
I mean, I'm saying, come on, for crying out loud.
Mm-mm-mm.
But wait, there's more. Remember that guy, that Ron Perpeel, what his name was?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He
Oh
was
yeah.
something else.
Unbelievable.
He could have sold 1 billion of those lunch boxes.
Yeah, but you know what made me laugh? When he come out with a spray can to spray his head.
Spray
Oh,
hair.
gosh.
He looked like. I used to tell Marie, look at that, it's like a chia pet. Chia.
He'd sit there and he'd spray
Yeah,
it. And then it would look
unbelievable.
like hair somehow.
Yeah. Until he started sweating.
Right, right. Oh, my goodness. What a mess.
But the whole world goes. Money is the root of all evils. Boy, I tell you, whoever said that,
The love of money is the root of all evil.
yeah,
That's it. Not money. Money's not the root of all evil.
No, money's good.
Money is a great
well, it
tool.
depends on how you get it. You know,
Well, good. That's a good point. Oh my goodness. But the love of money. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
Jane Doe said the pocket fisherman.
Yep, I remember that. My dad had one.
Somebody probably got him that for Father's Day.
I think we did.
Not to cut you off, Cheryl, but I got to say this while I'm thinking of it.
Okay.
The stupidest thing I have ever seen was that bass that you hang on the wall
Oh,
and
the
it
one
sang to you.
thing. Oh
Billy
my
Bass?
gosh.
Billy Bass. Get the frig out
And
of
I
here.
knew a guy who had one hanging in his house over his recliner.
Vicky's dad had one,
Did he?
and they're motion and sound activated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I mean
Well,
he had a house down on the bay, so it kind of fit in.
Well, yeah.
He had other fish mounted and stuff like that, but it was just hilarious.
My mother used to say to me all the time when I was the baby of the family, and Mother's Day, okay, we had this one store in town. It was like a hardware where you could buy underwear. Okay, it was one of them kind of places, and it had a little bit of everything.
Right.
And she says, I said, Mom, what do you want for Mother's Day? I was little. Oh, get me something nice. Okay. All right. I got her a set of, the gardening rake and the shovel and everything like that.
Oh my goodness.
She
They
went,
were nice
oh,
ones.
yeah, she went, oh, that is so nice. And then later on in life, she said to me, you picked out some of the dumbest crap I ever seen in my life.
Well, I have to admit that I did not know I needed a bird feeder until my daughter got me one for Mother's Day this year.
How
And
much fun has that been?
oh my gosh, I have gotten more enjoyment out of that bird feeder. It, it's insane. I sit and drink my coffee and look out the window and count birds
It's
every
so
morning.
peaceful.
It is. And I had a red-headed woodpecker on my bird feeder the other day. And it keeps coming back. It doesn't stay long. It might stay three to it stays about 3 to 5 minutes and then it flies off wherever it's on its mission to go to.
Yeah.
Now I've also started seeing some blackbirds, and I don't know if they're starlings or I don't know what kind of blackbirds. They're not crows. They aren't big. They're not as big as a crow. But they are blackbirds, and they do kind of bully the smaller birds a little bit.
Aren't martins? Aren't they black?
Oh, I thought those were purple.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't know either. So we'll
Those
I've
see.
got
birds I
quite
know
an
is
assortment
corn.
that shows up in my feeder. I mean, I've got one feeder,
Yeah.
and I bought a 50-pound bag of black oil sunflower seeds.
Okay.
It's been maybe 3 weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and I'm down to about maybe 5 inches from the bottom of that bag.
Oh my.
I'm filling that thing up
Look, my
every other
dad
day.
is an old hand at this bird feeding stuff, right? And he recommended to go to Tractor Supply and buy me a 20-pound bag of, hang on, it's by, I gotta see.
I get mine at the feed store.
We can cover some ground, can't we?
It's called Royal Wing, and it's the classic mix in the purple bag. Very specific, right? That's what he told me. So I went and got some after buying 3 bags of stuff that was attracting just finches. Let me tell you something. He was not playing. Every bird in the country likes this stuff. I've had cardinals.
I'll
I've
bet.
had I've had finches. I've had sparrows. I've had every kind of bird you can think of. Woodpecker. Um, oh gosh, I had a summer tanager out there. You ever seen a summer tanager before?
If I did, I didn't know what to call it.
It is beautiful. It's a red bird.
Dinner.
It's a red bird, kind of like a cardinal, but it's fatter. It's a little round bird, and it is so pretty.
Yummy.
And
So
they have
what that little bag of food cost you?
$24.99 for 40 pounds. Because Poppy got the 40-pound bag instead of the 20-pound bag.
Yeah, I'm paying. I think last time I paid $38 for a 50-pound bag of seed,
Oh well, shoot.
sunflower seed.
Tractor Supply. Come on now. 50-pound, 20. Yeah, yeah.
That's all I buy is the sunflower seeds. Those little ones, they just sling them out everywhere, and they just end up sprouting.
Exactly.
Oh, see, I'm getting a kick of seeing all the sunflower seeds sprouting around the. Because in a week it's going to be mowed down anyway.
I told Vicky I was going to take a handful and just throw them up by the house in that empty flower bed.
Heck yeah. Hey, Zach. How are you doing, dear?
That's why I miss hunting. I used to, religiously when I was younger, much younger. We'd go bird hunting. That was my favorite. That and rabbit hunting.
Bear hunting?
Rabbit
Oh.
and bird hunting.
Oh, bird. I thought you
Yeah.
said bear. And I'm like, what? No, that's not
I
something.
love pheasant. I love quail, grouse,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
duck. We used to do a lot of duck hunting. You don't see that no more. I mean, I seen it in one store I went to last week. Frozen duck. I don't know how many
Uh,
pounds. It wasn't big at all. $40 freaking.
oh, I'm
Yep.
not surprised.
That's insane.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
I got a wild hair this Christmas and we're going to buy a goose. I thought Christmas goose. I've never cooked one. I'm going to get one.
Let's do it.
Frozen at HEB, it was over $60.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
that's
man.
insane.
And it wasn't that much bigger than just a nice sized chicken.
Right.
I did that one. I did the one podcast talking about that, about different how foods have changed. Where people are so, ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, I don't, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you do find, there's a couple places online where you can buy pheasant, grouse,
Yes.
quail. And here's the kicker, Grumpus. Right out in front of my house here, there's every day there's quail walking past, and you can hear them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there again, people just don't know. They're so into that junk food crap. So
Thomas, quail is one of my favorite things to eat. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
yep,
And if I get a wild hair, I may end up, instead of raising chickens, raising quail instead.
there you go.
I'm not super crazy about quail eggs because they're hard to peel. But I
Yeah,
would go ahead. I'm sorry.
no.
But if they would find an easier way to peel them, I'd like them better.
It'd make one hell of an omelet.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Why do you have to boil them?
Yeah.
Well, I like boiled eggs, and that would be a fun snack.
And now they just had babies, chicks. Okay, and you want to see them little something walking on the sidewalk.
Oh my goodness!
But
But no,
nobody does that stuff no more. And if you do, you got to pay through the nose to go hunting.
that's true.
You
You
got to
do.
pay a ton of money for license,
License. Yep.
limits, and stuff like that. I mean, come on. It's just here we go again. Here I am starting again. Right? Get off my lawn, you son of
Well,
a.
it's getting
Well,
harder and harder to find places to hunt.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
goodness.
if you know somebody with some property, you might have an in.
Right, and
But
that's what we do.
there's no places where I could just go get a hunting license and just go to
Right,
state forestry or something like that and hunt. It just
right.
there
Marie
you
says.
go. There
Marie
you
cracked.
go.
Marie cracked me up laughing. She says, "Stop talking crazy like that. You miss going hunting. Where you going to hunt out here in the desert?" I said, "Road runners." Okay.
Road runners. Wily Coyote's still out there somewhere.
That and coyotes. She just looks at shakes her head and walks away from me.
That's what all the young kids, well, the young people, my cousins and younger. When we go up to Georgia for Thanksgiving, everybody brings their hunting rifles and goes to my brother's property or my uncle's property, and there's deer feeders all over the place. They set them up big time, and I know my sister-in-law one year ticked my dad off something fierce because she hunted and got 6 deer. And he's like, why on God's green earth do you think you need 6 deer? And she explained to him that she was hunting for other people too. And he said, you don't do that anymore. He said, 2 or 3 is fine, but you don't
Makes
need
sense.
6.
Yeah, I mean,
If they want to hunt, tell them come on up here. But you don't need to be doing that no more.
I just watching this one guy. I think he's in Virginia, and how his family started out with ranching and stuff like that, and goats, the chickens. He has pigs. I don't know how many. He's got a couple hundred acres of ground.
Right.
But they sort of watching it, but they sort of bringing politics into it a little bit, and I stay away from that. I don't want no part of that. But he does antibiotic free chickens, the whole bit. So he used to have a hoop house, but now they built a whole house.
Oh.
And what they did was it's got the feeder there, and then what they do is connect it to a tractor, and they move it maybe 3 or 4 feet, and let the chickens. He's got it to a point now where they set the breed. I
Oh.
can't remember. I can't remember what he said, but they all look alike. Okay, and they're all summer or really good. You know, the eggs are really fantastic, really dark,
Right.
dark yolk in it and stuff. But for the food, but for the chickens themselves. And he says he's got people coming from all around to get his chickens.
No kidding.
Yeah, same thing with his pork, you know, with the pigs and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
No antibiotics, no nothing. He said, here's the trick. You don't see no flies, and you don't smell nothing.
Oh,
It's pretty. So it's mostly like pushing that grass-fed stuff and everything like that. But then,
right.
watching it, you can see that he's been doing it for a long time, and what he's trying to promote is bringing back the family farm to do everything, self-sustainable, growing the
Right.
corn, all
Right.
that stuff like that. And I totally agree with that. So I'm watching it. Marie comes into bed. 'Cause she watches her murder stuff. Every once in a while, I got to jump up out of the bed because there's somebody screaming.
Screaming.
What the hell? But then she was watching it, and I said to her, "You know what?" She says, "Stop it! No, you can't have a farm."
Oh my. Well, Tom, that when I was younger, say in my 40s, 30s, I always wanted to do something like that. But now that I'm real close to retiring, I'm second guessing even doing quail simply because I don't want to be married to this place. I want to be able to go places and do things. Hello, Smokey.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do things and not have to worry about who's going to take care of what.
Yeah.
I've already got 7 cats I need somebody to take care of. So, and a dog. So,
I guess the moral of my story, what I've tried to explain to people is, there's so much regulations, so much bull crap you got to go through. Look at how they grade beef now. Okay, that was never a thing before. So in the past 10 years that they started doing the grading.
I
Like
remember I
prime-
watched your video on that, and you said the guy was hung over. He didn't care what he put on there.
Yeah, that's a true story.
I
That's a true
believe
story.
you.
But the whole idea is, why can't we have somebody in town or in the county that has their farm? You
Like
can
a co-op.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can go buy, this and that. And I don't know. I think it's going the wrong way. I really do.
Well, with ribeyes at $20 a pound, I think it's going the wrong way too.
Yeah, exactly right.
And,
And-
ground
But
beef.
who do you blame? Do you blame the store for asking $28, or you blame the people that just can't live without it and will go ahead and pay for it?
Bingo. But I got to tell you something.
I
Grumpus.
guarantee if you boycotted beef for a month, this place would go lose their mind down here. And I
Yes.
guarantee you prices would come down.
Yes.
And I got to tell you something else. It's not only that if we boycotted it, okay? I'll show you the flyer. The place where tomorrow I'm going to go get that beef clod. Okay? But they're not advertising beef no more.
No, they're not.
Nope.
They're
They're
not
not.
putting it on there.
You look
Very
at the HEB flyer, it's full of chicken and sausage and bacon.
Yep. Yep. So even with the bacon, we go to this Winco, all right, and it's 12 ounces now. There's no more. You can find some places that have by the pound,
Yeah, it's all 12 ounces.
okay, but it's all mostly 12 ounces. So we go to this one place, Winco, and I get it for $3.49 for 12 ounces. Okay, so I'll buy 10.
Okay.
All right, put them in the freezer, and I'll use them and make wraps with them or whatever. Okay?
Whatever. Yeah.
Just to have it on hand. Go to the other store, the one I went to today, that is supposed to be doing a lot of meat, pushing a lot of meat and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They have the same brand for $6.99.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe 4 miles, 5 miles apart.
I just bought some bacon today. I'm about to find out how much I paid for it because I don't remember.
So it's greed. That's basically what it is. I mean,
But the only thing I use bacon for around here is just seasoning. I can't remember the last time I fried a full strip of bacon.
Right.
see, for Marie, even when I was even in a restaurant, but I would like myself, I would make the twice baked potato. So we'd bake it,
Mm-hmm.
cut them in half. Excuse me, nice and cold. Scoop out the innards. Leave maybe about I don't know, maybe a quarter of an inch of potato
Around
in
the
that.
sides, yeah.
Then what I would do is I'd take all the other potatoes, put them into
Mm-hmm.
a grinder, and as I'm grinding them, I would add in bacon. I would add in green onion. I would add in a little bit of garlic, cheese. Okay, grind that all up, and then we'd pipe them back into the potatoes again, and that's what our twice baked potato was.
Okay.
So people are doing away with that stuff because they can't afford the bacon. They
Right.
can't put it on. Back in the day, I used to buy it for the month. They would give me a price for the prime ribs, all my beef. They would give me a set price
Mm-hmm.
per each one. So I would get two or three, or maybe 3 or 4 orders of prime rib for that month. Okay, and there would be three prime ribs in there. We call them 109s in each case, and I would get 15 to 20 cases to put in. So I knew my prices were fixed. They don't do that no more. They just don't do that no more.
Wow.
And whatever, yeah, and that's why people are really hurting. You know, I don't know. We can cover some stuff, can't we?
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, about the only thing I use bacon for because I don't eat breakfast,
Yeah.
and that's where I would be using the bacon for. Every once in a while, I'll make some poppers or something, but
Yeah.
that's every few months.
Even when I grind up some, if the beef is a little bit too lean, if I don't have pork, or if I don't have beef scraps, fat scraps in the freezer, I'll use bacon. I'll put bacon in it and grind that up too, and it gives a nice flavor and stuff. So yeah, it's really hard. And the more we talk about it too, and it's almost like beating a dead horse. But in the same token, if you don't talk about it, guess what?
Well,
You know,
that's life. That's how our week was.
yeah, unbelievable. But
So me and the wife went out last night. There's a place not too far from us called Shogun. I think it's a Japanese barbecue
yeah,
type joint. Anyway, they got the grills. We didn't do the hibachi table,
Mm-hmm.
but they've got tables with grills in the middle of the table. Gas grills got it looks like they got lava rock down in it and stuff like that. And it's like an all you can eat thing. So you pay one price, and they'll bring you different cuts of meat, scallops and shrimp and beef and pork belly, all this stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know how they cut it so thin. It's like paper thin.
yeah,
And then you cook it yourself. So, I'd take a little slice of ribeye and give it about 3 seconds on each side, and it was ready to eat.
yep,
Right.
So it was it was fun. It was a good experience and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just slightly more than an average place to eat. It's not cheap, but it's not fine dining either.
yeah, exactly.
But we were there probably maybe an hour and a half, and told the lady bring us our check. Vicky she'd had a drink. I'd had I don't know about 4 or 5 root beers, but
You hit,
I ate my fair share.
Right.
And had her bring the bill. She come back a few minutes later. She says, your bill has been paid for.
What?
And I says, what? Just like that. She said, no, somebody already paid your bill. And I'm looking around the room. She said, oh, they already left. And I don't know. So if anybody in the chat paid my bill, let me know. I want to thank you personally.
Oh, Grump, that was
But that
really
has
cool.
never happened to me in my whole life. And I told Vicky, I says, I don't know. I don't know how to take it. You
Right.
know, well,
Right.
I mean, was it somebody just being kind to a little old couple over there burning
Right.
up their food? Was it? I told her, I said maybe if somebody had seen me on YouTube, but I would have thought they'd have come over and said hi or something like that.
yeah.
Right.
Let me get his check before he has a couple more root beers.
And then I told her, I says, I wonder if it was Memorial Day weekend, they just thought I was a veteran,
Maybe.
Could
which
be.
makes me feel guilty because I was never in service.
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
I was just flabbergasted. I mean, the bill was pushing to 100. It was pushing $100,
Wow.
and I don't know who it was. Nobody's come forward. I thought maybe somebody pop in the chat tonight and say, "Hey, it was me" or something like that. But
That is
Jane,
really cool.
Jane, if you want to take credit, now's your chance.
That's pretty cool.
But it was a pretty cool experience. I mean, I told Vicky, I said, I've had people, usually an old lady or something like that. I've had them at the grocery, either in front of me or behind me with a little bit. You can tell what they're buying, if they're scraping by or not.
Right,
And I have picked up those tabs a few times
right, right.
and, stuff like that. But I never had it happen to me. And I still don't know how to react over it.
I
But
understand.
it was just most amazing. I mean, we woke up this morning. Vicky, first thing out of her mouth was, "I still can't believe that last night."
Can you believe that happened?
Grumpus,
But it was quite the experience and
when
kind of
we
weird.
yeah, when I finally got out of the business, we right down the street from my house in Bricktown, there was an Italian restaurant. The place was really really good, and I got to be friends with the owner. And we would go there Friday, maybe every other Friday night or whatever. He always wanted my car. I had a Mercury Marquis, and this thing you could eat off the hubcaps. That's how I kept this car clean.
Yeah.
Always trying to buy it. Hey, take it for a ride. Take it. You come back. Well, come on. I'll give you more than what it's worth. All that bull crap. Anyway, me and Marie would go in there, and I would turn around, and I would have. It wasn't me.
That was you blew it. You blew a good chance.
Right.
We would order a bottle of wine. We'd do 3 or 4 different appetizers and pace myself. I would sit there. The two of us would sit there for a couple hours. A couple bottles of wine, a couple appetizers, and a main course. Okay, and then I'd have a couple scotches and just keep going. So my average would be back then. Now, talking maybe 30 years ago, my average would be $360 for that night out. Okay. Hey, I worked my ass off in a restaurant. I'm going to kick back and relax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care what it costs. But the food was that good, and they would always bring something else out. Try this. See what you think about that. And then the desserts with with cappuccino and Marie Brizard, anisette and all that. Well, one night, now I'm on my second bottle of wine. I got a full scotch in front of me. We just got done with some appetizers, and my brother walks in with my sister-in-law, and my brother was chief of police, okay, and he came in with his lieutenant and his wife. So they come walking past, and he's hitting me, jerking around with me the whole bit. So they sit down and they eat. So now we're still going, okay. They have a couple more drinks, the whole bit. So he tells the waiter, he's getting ready to go, "Give me that guy's check." And the waiter said to him, "Are you sure?" "Yeah, just give it to me like that." So I'm looking over, and he's got the 2 books, okay. And we're still eating. They're still bringing stuff out, okay. When I got home that night, there was a couple on my answer machine. There was a couple messages from him, and he called me every name in the book. He said for 4 of us, it was $165. You fat bastard, he said. $340. I said, "I hope you left the guy a big tip." I said, "Because come on, that's how I roll."
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
He never forgot that. I mean, that went on and on and on. For years, he would talk about it. Unbelievable.
Well, he's the ding-a-ling that volunteered.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, up until the last couple of years, me and Vicky, we'd go out on usually Memorial Day, usually on a Monday, and we'd go get something to eat. and I'd scan the room. If I saw anybody in uniform, I would usually pick up their tab.
Hmm.
And I mean, I wouldn't tell them. I'd just pick it
Yeah.
up.
You sure? You sure you weren't wearing a uniform? They thought you.
I was not wearing a uniform last.
Oh my goodness.
But maybe you might have showed them your prom picture or something.
I told Vicky, I said, I think they just show a little mercy on a little old feeble couple.
Yeah,
Right.
they would have a rude awakening with me.
Thank God you looked old tonight.
Oh my.
That's funny stuff. They're saying there was two places out here that closed that's been iconic here for a while. One's been around since I would think from the 50s, early 60s. Was Tony Roma's.
Tony Roma's, yeah. There
Okay.
used to be a few of those here.
Yeah. They started out in New York and then they come out here and then they started opening up, going up franchises and stuff. They closed the doors because they were, like I said, tonight I'm doing that surf and turf with the ribeye and some shrimp. But that's what they would do. That was their specialty. Okay. Then there was another place that's on the strip. It was called the Heart Attack Hamburger or Heart Attack or something.
I've heard of it. I've seen some on some of the food channels. I've seen them get that place.
You go in there and they put you in a like what do they call them things?
Bib?
Hospital gown.
Oh.
Okay. They would
Well,
come
that
over.
was one of them places. If you could eat the whole thing,
Yeah.
you, you know.
They had one cheeseburger that was that Heart Attack on a plate or something. Heart
Yeah.
Attack, whatever the hell it was called.
And they're about this big around. I mean,
Yeah.
just huge.
They just closed down for good.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Look
because
look what I found.
Hey Lance.
Let me get rid of this.
yeah.
Let me get rid of this.
I thought you were talking about me.
What's up, Lance?
Oh, not much. But yourself?
You're just hanging out.
Are you cheating?
I know I felt better that way.
I used to go to the eye doctor, and the girl would put the thing over one eye, and she'd say, "Read is the lowest thing you can see on the chart," and I would say, "Made in Canada."
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to let you know how much I paid. I buy my bacon in 24-ounce packages at Walmart. It's the Great Value Hickory Smoked Bacon, and I paid $5.94 for it today
Phew. Wow. Yeah.
for 24 ounces, which I didn't find that too.
That's two 12-ounce packs.
Yeah.
I would usually buy them. I used to get 3 pounds of the ends, all the misfits, because they put them
Yes.
through a cutter.
I used to do that.
I would get 3 pounds of them, and it would be like $6.
Yep.
Now that's $12.99. Kind of doubled in price. So they try to get you where they can.
My dog waited till I got on here and told me he had to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's sad to see some of these places closing up.
It
Yeah,
kind of
it is.
is.
Sure is.
I mean,
Now,
you feel sorry for them, but at the same time, it's hard to sympathize with somebody that's got a $22 hamburger.
Mm.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I tell you what, the thing that gets me is now you get your bill and they'll put it to you on a phone. Okay,
Yeah.
and the first thing pops up on the top of it is the tip,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it'll say 20, 22, or 30.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the waiter or the waitress is looking at you like this. And I used to tell guys in the restaurant, I'd be half fired up, drinking 4 gallons of scotch, and they hand me the bill, and the guy would put his hand out like that, and I'd say, "You have dirty palms." Walk away.
Well, I always tip in cash.
Yeah.
So when they go slide that thing over to me, I just tell them, you just finish it up, no tip, just finish it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they usually look at me kind of funny, but I always give them cash.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had one guy, he got pretty indignant. It was at a Chili's. And I told him, I said, look at that screen. That thing ain't been wiped off since last week. I said,
Right.
I'm not touching it.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
Yeah.
well, that's just our policy. This is just how we do it. And I said, well, this is how I do it. And I ain't touching it.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, somebody else's chicken grease is all over that thing. I'm not dragging my finger across it.
Mhm.
When you go to McDonald's, they got the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
you order it. Now you got to stand to the side and wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would go get when my daughter worked there, my grandson. I'd go there and I watch the people stand off to the side. Fast food, really? Come on.
I could stay home if I wanted to order something and wait.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. Lance, what's cooking, brother?
Not much. Listen to y'all. I was on my 30-minute walk. Trying to do 30 minutes a night, just back and forth inside the shop. It's about a 40-foot walk.
Well, you
Very-
can't remember what you went there for or what?
No, try to get some exercise in.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Heard you say something about you're hoping someone pulled in the shop, or by the time I turned off the radio and all that, I heard you say something. You're hoping someone come in and chat and said it was me or something like that,
Oh, was somebody, I was telling him me and the wife went out to eat last night.
right?
And when I told him bring me the bill, she come back and said somebody already paid for it. And
Yeah.
somebody picked up our tab. I don't know who it was.
Right.
I mean, it was supper. It wasn't just a couple drinks. It was supper. And
Right.
that's why I was saying anybody want to take credit for it tonight. Now's your chance.
That's what I thought I heard, and I just stopped me, turned around here around the bench and said, me typing it wasn't me. Then I went on.
Ah, unbelievable. Moon at noon.
Well, let's see how long this lasts.
Yeah, who's that?
I have no idea.
Idea.
Welcome, Moon at Noon.
Does that sound familiar to you?
No.
Me either.
We're going to see a moon at noon.
Careful. Careful.
Careful what you wish.
That's right.
Moon at noon. I think they paid for you, Grumpus.
Maybe so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Lance, you got any big plans for Memorial Day?
No, we'll be on our fourth day of rain. Actually, we got
Hmm.
another
Been
inch
pouring
of
here.
rain tomorrow alone.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I'm sorry. We got more rain tomorrow and another inch on Monday.
Uh-huh.
Yep, they got flash flood warnings out here for the next day or two.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rained most of the day today.
That's about it. I wanted to do. I noticed a marinated hot dog video. I've got a couple of them out. Really people started watching them recently, and I wanted to change that, but I couldn't find any fresh hot dogs. I don't want packaged preservative hot dogs,
Right.
and I couldn't find any. So I said, you know what? I was just going to do the same thing, really, but I was going to do a grilled onion this time. Just to make it a little bit different.
Uh huh.
Couldn't make it happen, so I've got a pork loin roast that I've had thawed out for a couple of days. I'll do something with it instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was wanting to. I was going to do pork butt tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain some more. So
Yeah, it's rain here too, but I got a little bit of overhead shelter for the kettle because it'll be a kettle cook. So
Mm.
well,
I guess-
I'm not crying because I can't get out because tomorrow's the Indy 500 and I like to sit and watch that. So
Right.
I'll probably just put on a crock pot of chili and just park my ass in the sofa all day.
Yeah, that sounds good. I got all that Wendy's copycat chili. I'll do the same thing. I got about
Mm.
4 bags in the freezer left. I got to eat up. But
Yeah, why not?
that or some vegetable crab soup, one of the two. Those
Mhm.
sound.
That sounds pretty good too.
That does sound good.
You gonna have the race on? I'll just come on over.
No TV out here. Got no TV out here.
Well, could you bring it to me then? I'll be in the house.
Oh my.
Come in the kitchen, make the first right. It's
Yeah.
right there.
Right.
I'm the guy in the recliner.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, pretty cool. Come up in the food. Up this late.
Up this feed, yeah, it showed up in their feed.
Yeah, a lot of strange stuff showing up in my feed lately.
Yeah, a lot of lonely people at this time of night,
Well,
Saturday night.
Well, welcome in, Moon at Noon.
Yeah, where you located at?
Like things just been scrambled around a lot.
hmm Yeah, my homepage looks nothing like it did 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Well, I was telling you about what everybody's mad and crying the blues about losing views and
hmm
not getting the views anymore.
hmm
Well, I dug into it a little bit deeper,
Yeah.
and what they're talking about. And he's in Maryland.
no kidding.
Yeah,
Oh,
Moon at Noon.
St. Mary's County.
So what they're talking about is people would go to YouTube to look for things. Okay,
right.
how to shove a widget up somebody's Moon at Noon.
Yeah.
And and it would come up. There would be all different feeds. You would have six. You would see on your feed. You would have six full-length videos.
Okay.
Now there's only three. Okay, and the rest is shorts. So what they're doing is they're cutting back on it because people are now going to AI. How do you fix a T-bone steak?
Well, yeah.
And it comes up in there, so they're backing away from YouTube. So
hmm
that's the only reason why it's not YouTube is cutting stuff back. It's
Well, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on and say that Google is gleaning through your videos
hmm
to feed the information to AI.
Oh yeah.
So people
exactly.
doing the search never even get to YouTube because they've
Right.
already robbed your videos of the information
That's right.
hmm
and took credit for it.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Anne Arundel County. That's like extremely close to me.
Well,
Pretty close.
Huh.
anyway, that's what they're talking about. You know what? I just keep putting up what I got to put up. It comes, it comes. But and just roll with it from there. Lance, when you said on the on the podcast that you said I'm here,
hmm
Yeah,
I started typing, but I stopped. I got away from it. I was going to say you're late. Go in the corner.
I was trying to think of something quick. I can't remember what I had to do, but just want to let you know I did watch it, and that's the first thing that came up.
That was
hmm
Yeah, yeah, you're not far at all. You're probably, you know, maybe as little as an hour away.
Wow. Small world out there.
Yeah.
wouldn't want to paint it.
Now, how far away from Baltimore is that?
Oh, I don't know where he's at, but I mean, if he's like Annapolis area or something like that, I mean, I could be in Annapolis in less than an hour's time.
hmm
I just didn't know how far away from Dash you were.
Dash, I'm probably hour and a half,
Well, okay.
about an hour and a half. He's not that much further than Moon at Noon.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it
My
depends. Anne Arundel County is a big county, so it depends on where he's at.
my brother's up in Glen Burnie.
That's no, it's not too far away.
No.
Actually, that would be just what that's Moon and Noon might know the area better than I do. I want to say that's east of Baltimore.
It. I'm not sure. I just know it's up around in that area.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
Notable audio.
His daughter is actually uh she's with the, what do you call it? Darn it, ecology people that were in charge of cleaning up that mess when that boat hit the bridge up there.
Oh yeah.
She was in charge of making sure there was no environmental people. That's what I'm talking about. In
Baltimore.
minimizing the environmental impact of that disaster.
He's It is 30
Hey,
minutes from
Nichols.
Washington, D.C. Lance, how far
Yeah.
are you from Jessup?
Uh, 40 minutes.
Okay. I used to get down to Jessup a little bit.
Yeah, depending on if I go during rush hour, forget it.
Yeah,
2 hours,
yeah.
Right.
2 hours. But if it's a weekend drive or something, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I can be on 495. I'm south of everything, so I'm almost back into Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Right.
When Bernie is north.
A
There's a
County
suburb
is
of
Baltimore
Baltimore.
suburb.
Right. Right.
But I can be in Fredericksburg probably quicker than I can Jessup. But it's a straight shot. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
straight highway to the Beltway. Or I can go up 301 and pick up, was it 97? Maybe, or 3 to 97? Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't travel that. I don't travel up there at all. I just stay out of
Mhm.
there.
I don't know. You got some people in.
Shoot, in my
Nice,
here
nice,
lately,
nice.
I avoid going to Gulfport. Ooh, too big for me. Too much traffic. No.
I avoid going to my car.
Right. Right. I get it. I don't want to deal with all those folks.
Gas just hit $6 a gallon out here.
Holy Toledo.
Yeah, six
Sounds like
bucks.
California. If there's 7, what in California?
Yeah, 6.75. And there's no need for it. I mean, just. But anyway,
It's like 360, 370 right here.
I don't know what it is here. Let's see.
some
I
guy went.
generally don't even look. It just pisses me off. So why
Yeah,
even look? I got to have the gas.
yeah.
Oh,
Right.
gee.
Right.
And diesel is the most easiest thing in the world to make. Okay.
Oh yeah, and it's over $5 here.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm about $5 here too.
seven
That,
something.
that one burns my butt off. So
For
one
diesel.
takes the least refining. I think it's so the diesel people can help make up. Oh, Fort Meade.
Oh, I
I
know
just
where
went
Fort Meade is.
Yeah, I just went up that way. Well, not just September last year.
Yeah, knew the area. I knew that area down there. My one of my nephews was stationed there.
I
Fort
went
Meade.
up there. I went through past there to go to Pennsylvania. Went into PH for a freshwater fish show
Mhm.
convention type.
I said to my daughter, she's back in Jersey again. I said to my daughter, "Well, what's it look like?" She said, "Pop, you wouldn't recognize it.
Oh, wow.
Totally, totally gone." And she went past where the restaurant used to be. We had 10 acres of ground there. So what happened was, I mean, I left a while back, but once my brother died, my sister-in-law tried to keep it going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And finally, the town bought it
Huh.
from them, and they're making it into a park. So it's going to be called Garvey's Park.
Oh, how cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I said, I haven't been back there in 25 years. Back on the East Coast, up that
Hmm.
way anyway.
Yeah.
Well, when I go back to Indianapolis, it's hard to recognize the place.
Yeah,
Hmm.
All
It's
my
so much.
landmarks are gone.
Yeah, so much like that anywhere. It's just crazy. It blows my mind. My wife and I went shopping after a doctor appointment last Tuesday, and just went in a different way, and I was like, "Hey, this highway is totally changed. Just clearing on both sides of the highway, just
Yeah.
the trees
Right.
growing, piles of dirt, pile of some logs and stuff. Where it's just like, what are they doing now? It's unbelievable.
all
But
around
yet
us was all
the
farm.
economy is in the dump right now.
Yeah, all around us back then was farmers markets. I never bought produce from a company where I bought my other products and stuff. We had a farmer. Okay, He would tell me what they had in, what was new, what they had plenty of, and they would deliver it. Okay, I never got nothing from a food vendor. You know what I mean? That's all gone. That is, she said, there's the one place you would never think that would grow. It's got a stoplight, McDonald's, Burger King, and stuff. She's pop. Just wouldn't. She said, I'm glad that you didn't, you're not coming back.
Right. Right.
I started singing that song. You can't go home. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all different.
Well, Lance, how's your fish doing?
Uh, Doing pretty good. I actually had yeah, he's saying the same thing. He just moved back to where he went to school. Everything's so different. Can't recognize anything and just retired. They're doing good. Actually, just surprised. I was just talking to a guy that was shared. He sent me a fish breeder box, and what it is that it works all water, but the water that you pump in there creates a suction. You got this little square box that sits in the bottom of the tank. You put a little swat of like guppy grass or something. Well, the fish, when they get frisky, they lay their eggs and spawn, and then the draw of that bubble comes up and it dumps the egg into an outside tank.
I'll be darned.
Oh,
Says, have you had any luck with it yet? And I said, no, unfortunately, I haven't. So I think I need to take more of the live plants out of there because it's just confusing them. So I disconnected the box and I went over the other day and I just happened to notice that damn fish bred inside the tank without the breeder box.
oh, for goodness sakes.
It's just what they call CPDs, celestial pearl danios. They
Uh-huh.
look like a rainbow trout,
Yeah, yeah.
just miniature.
Can they get
Like
two
this
scrambled guppies with some bacon and
Oh,
Little tiny quail egg.
yeah, unbelievable.
Well, I've got some koi out back that I bought. What was it, Charlotte? 2 summers ago.
I believe so.
I got them, Lance. They were like an inch and a half long.
Right?
I mean, they were nice looking little koi, but I think I gave like $8 or $9 a piece for them. So
Right.
they weren't very big.
Right.
I've been feeding the crap out of them for the last 2 years, and those things are almost 20 inches now.
What?
Right.
I'm going to have to find a home for a
Oh,
couple of them. I'm going to outgrow my pond.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's the fastest I've ever had any grow.
I tell you, I have. Everybody says the koi's go dormant because I have my koi pond outside, out front in the ground. But they say they go dormant, and they do. I mean, they slow
Yeah.
down. You usually see them huddling up. But I tell you what, when spring comes and they start swimming, I don't know what it is. It's like, oh shit, we didn't grow for 4 months. Let's do it
Let's
now.
do it
Yeah, I
now.
mean,
In a week.
they'll
And
boil
then
the
like,
water you put the food out there.
yeah, exactly. But
I just watch the temperature. If it gets below 50, I stop feeding them.
Oh,
yeah,
But
well, I'm about
like right now, I'll give them two or three good handfuls in the morning, and do that again in the evening.
uh-huh.
And I mean, they're just little pigs. They're just, but I couldn't believe how fast they'd grown. I need to get a couple out to golf courts. What I need to do, get my herd thinned out.
Sounds like you need some eggs and some breadcrumbs. Fire up that grill.
Oh my goodness.
Well, being a carp, I imagine they're pretty bony.
Yeah.
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 But I'll bet they taste good because I know what I've been feeding them.
Lance, how'd you make out with your test?
Tuesday, I get everything supposed to come up with everything finalized and come together. This has been a fiasco, to be honest with you. I don't want to say anything bad about it's affiliate to the Washington Hospital Center, which is great. Um, recommendations. My mother-in-law was there when she about died. They actually brought her back to life. It was a clot that went to her brain, but they actually saved her. They told us that she wouldn't be here tomorrow morning, but
Mm.
um, they just do amazing work at this place. Well, this place is just, um, I don't know. It's just, I'm really happy with the service, but I did my last test, which was the sonogram. And I went up and I'm thinking they're going to give me a test for like, a couple days or whatever.
Mhm.
Oh, let's set you an appointment. Oh, well, your doctor is at the Washington Hospital Centers for the rest of this month. We need to find you another doctor. What?
Oh no.
So
Yep.
I'm like,
Get
well,
ready for it.
yeah, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But it is what it is. But then she says, yeah, we can't see you till the 26th or 25th or 26th. And I was there on the 5th, and they won't see me till the 26th now. I was there before, back in April, mid-April. So, but whatever. I mean, I'm feeling better. Um, I think the aspirins have really helped a lot, to be honest with you. But like I couldn't walk from my mailbox to the front door,
Oh my.
and
I
I,
understand that.
I'm walking 30 minutes nonstop, 35 minutes nonstop,
Yeah.
just back and forth. What's up, chef?
What's up, Jeff?
Good.
Back and forth with no chest pain. So I'm
Good.
like, hey,
Well,
they don't think,
they just moved the goalpost again. Okay. Now they come up with some kind of crazy story or some kind of findings that the LDL they changed the numbers again. So it was 120, then it around 100. Okay, but now if they feel that you're in a risk, they want your LDL cholesterol to be 55.
Mine'll never make it.
That's the
yeah,
point. And what they're doing now is they're starting to target children.
No.
So when I'm saying children, I'm saying like from 12 years old up.
yeah,
Okay, put them on statins, put them on a low dose statin, maybe with an aspirin. Okay, 2.5 or whatever baby aspirin or something like that to do that. I lost my mind with that because I'm saying you're giving us medication to take for stuff that we're eating.
right,
You're not changing. You're not changing how we eat because that's money.
right,
Okay. So now you're going to start going off the kids because a guy like me who tell you to go pound salt about taking the statins. Now you got a kid. You're scaring the parents that this kid's
Mhm.
got to stay on that rather than changing their diet. Now
Mhm.
you're going to keep that kid from 15 years old until he's 60 or 70 years old.
On medication.
And that's just all about the money. So it's just, I mean, it's absurd. Just absurd. And don't get me wrong. I mean, if you have chest pains or something like that, you got to get it checked. You got, there's
Yes.
no two ways around
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you got some kind of, but if you're doing the same stuff over and over again, if you eat pebbles, crispy, creamy critters in the morning and followed up with Enderman's donuts, and then lunchtime with bag of French fries and bread and all kinds of bread and stuff like that, and then at night, just stop and take the average person what they eat throughout the day and count the
Mhm.
carbs on it.
Yeah.
yeah,
It'll blow your mind. Blow your mind.
yeah.
But now they're chasing kids. It drives me insane.
I don't really know. I still don't want to admit that it was my heart, but obviously I'll find out more about that on Tuesday because the way I feel about it is that, if it was something serious, what
You'd be
that
in the hospital.
was in the emergency room over a month ago. You
Uh-huh.
know, I would think they'd be, like freaking out, but now they're like stretching us out more and more and more and more. So I'm like, it sort of kind of gives you a little bit of confidence and, that you're not going to be dead on the floor when your wife comes home from work or something.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Did they do
uh,
a calcium score on you?
I didn't do the
There you go.
I didn't do the God, I forgot the name of it. MICIM, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that they didn't. They did the well, they just did the sonogram type thing. They've done several EKGs, and then they did that whatever they call that thing, nuclear
CT
the nu
scan.
no the nuclear stress test.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But
yeah.
nothing. There is one that's supposed to do like find out like the plaque. I can't remember. It's ICMTs or something like that.
It's up in your
Except that,
cardiac artery.
yeah, it's almost like another sonogram, except
Yeah.
it's pertaining to your throat, to your neck area.
They shoot they give you the what do you call it, the dye to go into you, and then they do that up in there. That's for potential for a stroke. Okay,
Oh.
but a calcium test is what they put you through a MRI machine, and there's a special dye that they put into you.
Yeah, I just had that done not too long ago.
Yeah, and to see if you are, if you have any kind of blockage or anything like that, or anything growing, growing in you. They won't do that because you know why? They wanted me to do it, and here was the answer. Insurance said no.
Yeah,
So it's $3,000, $3,000 or $4,000 to do that test
Mm.
if your insurance don't cover it. That was what they told me.
there
So
is one test. I'm sorry, Tom. Go ahead. I'm
no.
sorry.
So I said, so the bottom line is that they push it so far until you can't, your insurance don't cover it or whatever, and then they let it go. They just let it go. So I told my doctor, am I dying? What am I doing?
Yeah,
Okay. And
Right.
he said, you know what he said to me, rat bastard? Eventually,
yeah.
Right.
I'd like to have one test my insurance company will not pick up. We have Cigna, but I like to do the one where they can actually like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called, but they actually can see the thickness of your walls and your
Uh-huh.
arteries and stuff like that. But the insurance won't pick any of that up. So
Huh.
did you watch Nick Norwitz?
yeah, what do you
Okay.
think about that guy?
Oh, I love him. I talk to him all the time.
Okay,
Now, there's another one. His name is, think of it in a minute here. They're together. This guy lives out here in Las Vegas. And what they did was they just put a movie together, okay, about cholesterol, about what's going on. So this guy, that Nick Norwitz, I'm trying to think of the other guy's name, but his cholesterol was 700,
Whoa.
okay? And he was doing keto. And the doctor said, "Oh, you're a walking time bomb. You're this, you're that." So this guy's he is a PhD, but then just became a medical doctor. All right, but he don't practice. I mean, he's got the degrees from Harvard and all these different other places.
Mm-hmm.
So
Here.
he went to pay for himself,
Thank you,
okay,
Moon.
to have that test done, where he would go through the MRI machine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when he got done with it, they turned around and he said, "I'm like, wow, no blockage,
Huh.
right.
not 1 ounce of blockage throughout his system." But the
That's the link.
markers,
That's the link you and I were sharing, Tom.
yes,
Okay,
yeah, go watch that.
I'm trying. Yeah, I've watched about 6 of his videos now, but
Yeah,
I'm
he
trying
gets
to
a little
think of his name.
Nick Norwitz.
Okay.
Yeah, Nick Norwitz,
Okay.
MD, PhD, and stuff like that. He he was he had chronic Crohn's disease,
Mm.
really bad, and then he started keto, and all of a sudden it's gone. Okay, so I mean, then and his mother and father are both doctors.
Mm-hmm.
MD, PhDs. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he said you can imagine what was at our supper table what we would talk about.
Right.
The other one's Dave Feldman. His name is Dave Feldman, and he just did this thing about all the YouTube doctors are talking about how wrong they were about the cholesterol. You know, so
Well, I think that Norwich guy, he even said something to the effect that some of your cholesterols, I think it's could be as early as childhood. And I was like, but I guess it's possible, that he
Sure.
was talking about, he was getting into the hereditary type stuff and
Mm-hmm.
forth. So, and he wasn't, I don't know that he was really suggestive because he does not like statins. He did recommend a couple statins. I think, Tom, I passed them on to you.
Hmm.
Um, but there's supposed to be something that he is testing. I can't pronounce the names, but
Yeah, there's a new one out that they're working with right now, and they're saying after they said to stay away from aspirin, now they're saying you can go back to aspirin again. It's not, blah blah
yeah,
blah. Okay, but the thing that gets me mad that they keep moving the goalposts. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
you know what I mean? Don't eat. It almost killed our business. Don't eat red meat and stay away from shellfish. What the frig? That's what we do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and more carbs and stuff like that. So it's just, you know, look, when they start going after the kids at that young age, it's a money grab as far as I'm concerned. You
Yep.
know, put the fork down, get away, stop going to McDonald's,
Change your habits.
change your habits. I mean, it's not hard to eat clean. I mean, it just really isn't.
Stop the video games.
Right.
Go have
Exercise.
the
Go
go play
play.
go play dodgeball in the front yard someplace. If
Dodge
they
a wrench.
won't let
You can
you,
dodge a ball.
yeah, if they won't let you, bring them here. Go play basketball, football, touch foot,
Right.
whatever you want to do, but do something other than
Sitting on your fanny.
Take
my
that
children
Xbox
were
3 blocks away and just leave it.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let
I
them
mean,
walk to get it.
what they say. I watched this one guy. He's a PhD, but in the same token, though, he talks practical about things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he says I'm watching these kids walking in the street or in the mall or wherever. Okay, he said, and I started wondering. He said, let me look this up. Let me ask ChatGPT and all these ones here.
Mm-hmm.
How many back issues do young children have? When he says children, he means teenagers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you'd be surprised how many people are having trouble with headaches and neck pains because they're like this.
Yes.
Okay, the head.
Well, they can't hardly walk because they can't pull their pants up.
Can't
I
walk
mean,
fast anyway.
that's exactly right. I mean, so hey, here we go again. Back in my day,
Mm-hmm.
right, get off my lawn. We would play summertime. We played baseball every day in the
Yeah.
street, okay, in a dirt road or any kind of field we can find.
We played
Okay,
kickball,
yeah, everything we did.
hide and seek. The whole neighborhood was our hiding playground.
Yeah,
And we'd run up and down the street trying to find each other.
for days.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy.
All the bigger kids would come and hit me, tag, you're it. Okay,
Yep,
and I couldn't catch none of them. I
exactly.
was I was tagged for a week. Rat bastard. Unbelievable.
No, I agree. I just think children need to get more exercise.
We do.
You
Yeah,
know, the
Well,
big argument.
it takes parents to do that, and the
Yeah,
parents would
Parents
rather
do-
buy electronics as a babysitter
Yes,
yeah,
and and have their own careers and take care of their own selves.
right.
yeah.
unbelievable. But
I mean, my mom's career was raising us kids.
exactly, exactly. Oh, let me tell you something. The worst thing I ever did in my life, I think I was like maybe 12 or 13 years old. And I told my father I'm bored. Oh,
No,
that,
you wouldn't
that-
do that around my house.
I should have been part of that movie. Paint the fence,
Right.
paint the fence, wax on, wax off. I
Right.
dug I dug a hole for a week. Nope,
Oh
not
my
deep
goodness.
enough. I'm down inside the hole.
I don't
Okay.
remember any of my parents ever asking
Yeah.
No.
if I was bored.
I said to my dad, I says, "Well, there it is. Have it deep enough for you? What do you want this for anyway?" He said, "Now fill it in." Walked away from me.
Fill it back up.
I remember one because I retired from UPS, so one of my routes that I used to fill in on was a military school.
Hmm.
And to this day, I remember that instructor, whatever you want to call him, because I was sitting out in my truck, and he had one of the children there was like bad. Whatever happened, I'm not quite sure. But I remember him getting the instructor giving that child a teaspoon and said, "Start digging a hole with the teaspoon." And I was like, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!"
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, but I tell you, that's it's a couple things you learn the hard way.
Yeah, Barbara Jean, I know what you're talking about. I had a lady 2 doors up from me, was in her late 40s,
Yeah.
and she had a teenage son. And I went out front one day and I saw her down there pushing a lawnmower with her teenage son sitting in the house. Of course, I had to get my nose in the middle of it. I mean, we were friends. We spoke all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Man, why are you out here pushing that mower?" She said, "Well, it's just too hot." I said, "You got a boy in the house?" And she said, "Yeah, but it's too hot for him."
What? What?
I wanted to grab her kid and beat her with him. I mean, geez, I mean, but that was her fault. It wasn't the kid's fault.
No, no, it
Exactly.
wasn't.
Well,
Mm-mm.
that's what they're talking about now. They're talking about trying to pass this law where, you know, let's let's make the parents be responsible for some of the stuff that the children are doing because
Right. It shouldn't have to be
it's
a
out of,
law.
it's out of hand. You know, I mean, I hear, there. I watched one of the movie clip, and these three children, one of them couldn't have been 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and the two girls might have been 13 max.
Mm-hmm.
And they all had bags full of crap that they stole from the store, where the store pushed a button to lock them in.
Ah.
They couldn't leave. And you just the mouth room and all that. But I mean, the stuff that they just steal and just walk right out the back. Oh, I'm gonna set this place on fire, or whatever they're gonna do. I'm gonna destroy this place if you don't open that door.
Thanks,
And
Jane.
the stuff is just unbelievable what's going on. I mean, they're
That's because they
table.
see it in a video game, okay,
Mm.
and all
Mm.
they do is they reset. Okay,
Yeah.
no, there's no consequences. Run out of
And
bullets.
and there's no, like you said, there's no consequences when they get home.
That's
It's
right.
just, they were
I
trying to
mean, when I
bash all.
grew up, I would have taken any beating at school it took. Just don't send a note to the house.
Ain't that
Yeah.
the truth?
They just bashed. They were picketing out in front of Walgreens up in Baltimore area. Um, that I don't know the moon. What was it? Moon and something. I can't see the chat
Oh,
now.
oh, oh, it's
Moon.
noon,
Noon at noon.
noon at
Moon.
noon. Yeah,
They were talking about a Walgreens that they've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
They were showing how people were just walking out of the stores as arms full of stuff, just brazen.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to hide it. Nothing. Just gang robberies,
Mm-hmm.
whatever they're calling looting. And Walgreens just said, we can't. We're not making money here. This is costing us money to stay here. And they
Right.
had then the adult parents. Well, I shouldn't say parents. I don't know if they were all the parents, but the adults were there picketing, trying to shame Walgreens
yeah,
on closing up. And I was like, where were you when all the robbery and all that was going on? You
Mm-hmm.
yep,
know, you can't try and force them to stay in or stay in business because they're doing nothing but giving stuff away.
Right.
They, I keep getting invitations to go back to my class reunion. I said I don't want to go back. I might still have detention for crying out loud. I don't. You know, the worst thing in the world was I was junior in high school, and I goofed up pretty good. All right, so I'm sitting in the principal's office with the principal and the vice principal. So the vice principal was supposed to be for the discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, "We're calling your father to come in. We got to end this stuff." I said, "Don't do that." I said, "Not because I don't want you to do it, but don't do that." Okay? Nope, 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 nope. So my father was a police officer back in the day, and he came in, did the night shift, but didn't have his badge on or something like that. Still had the uniform on, but didn't have all that stuff. So I'm sitting in a chair, principal's in front of me, the vice principal's on the side, and my father's standing behind me with the hands on a chair.
Oof.
And they started, Mr. Garvey, he's not a bad kid, but this and that. My father, whap, hit me upside the head and knocked me off the chair.
Oh no.
What are you doing? Can't do that. He said, don't call me to come in here that you cannot discipline him and then call me and want me to do your job while
Mm.
he's here in this school. Okay? That's how I discipline him. Turn around and left. Okay? Oh, God almighty. We'll never pick me up off the floor. We'll never do that again. We'll never call him again, this and that. But wait, it gets better.
That's all you need to hear.
So,
Right?
yeah. So my older brother was mayor of the town where the high school was. He
Mm-mm-mm.
comes in and jacks me up against the wall. What are you
Mm.
trying to do? Bah, 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 bah. The other guy was chief of police in the next town. He comes in. Okay?
Oh,
He gives me a couple bang, 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 slaps me around. The other brother, the one's closer to me, he came in and says, do I have to sign you out? Let's go. Let's go have a beer.
yeah,
Okay?
no kidding. You needed one after that.
But that's how it was. He didn't have time. They didn't have the money to play games with anything.
Right.
Okay? I do my job, put food on the table, you help the family and do it that way. That's it. Didn't go any further. Jesus Christ, I couldn't even imagine getting in any more trouble. Okay, from getting beaten from three or four different
Yeah.
people.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's
That's why I tell people, school and stuff, I'd get into mischief. I didn't get into a lot of trouble because
Yeah.
Right.
the heck to pay when I went home.
yeah.
Like they
So
said up there earlier in the chat, I think a lot of parents, these days are afraid of, some of the children. And, I can understand that. I mean,
Well, I can too, but you're not
you,
afraid of them when they're 2.
right.
That's when this
Oh,
shit
no, no,
starts.
correct. No, I'm agree
They
with
don't.
that.
Nobody
Yeah.
flips a switch. It's at 15 years old, and all of a sudden you've got a
Right.
monster. No, you cultivated that monster from the very beginning.
That's right.
I seen a lady in the grocery store with the kid in the basket. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years old. Okay, with the bag of candy, and this kid is just chewing. It was all over his face, just loading the candy up, loading the candy up. And I'm saying to myself, you're killing this kid. Okay, you're starting the addiction right now.
Mhm.
And I don't give a damn what anybody says about smoking, drinking, or drug use. Sugar is the bastard. You is the hardest thing in the world to kick.
Yes.
And there they are loading this kid up. I said, Jesus, something should be done about that
And I
right there.
guarantee you, her excuse would be, "But it keeps him quiet."
Well,
I
no,
was just going to say the same thing. He was probably the child that you heard screaming 10 minutes earlier on the other side of the store.
Yep.
Right.
And this bag was to pacify him, to keep him quiet. And,
well, she was actually talking to another woman, and the woman said to her about, boy, that's a lot of candy the kid's eating. She says, well, I want him to experience the sweet. I said, I wish I knew that about cocaine and pot and
Yeah.
scotch.
However,
That's the route they're going.
Yeah.
on the other side of that, I've been that mom with 5 kids in a buggy full of groceries and trying to add in my head because I had a budget and everybody's saying, Mom, can I have? Mom, can I have? Mom. And I would make before I went crazy and did something that would get me thrown in jail, I would tell every one of them, put your hand on the buggy and the other one on your mouth. And they walked through the grocery store like this.
And here's a Tootsie Roll.
There you go.
No,
But
well, you know what? Sometimes I did give them stuff to shut them up.
but no, Charlotte, but we all did. But
Yeah.
the point of the matter is that that's where we are now. That's where we know where there's a problem.
Yes.
Okay,
That's true.
you got a kid 7 years old in school, and all of a sudden they're labeling him with ADHD.
Right.
Okay, and this and that. No, change his diet. Stop that nonsense. You know what I mean? But who am I? I'm the old guy on the front yard. Get off my lawn, you rat bastard.
But, the hand on the mouth thing really did work. But my kids were also, it was a different time back then, and they were kind of scared of me.
I needed boxing headgear is what I needed.
They,
Well,
they were
where were you when they needed a best friend, Charlotte?
they had to get that at school. I'm not that mom. I'm just not that mom.
Well, too many of them want to be best friends.
That's true. You're right about that. That's very true. But and I wasn't the cool mom either. I didn't. Nope.
My nephew used to tell my brother, "We're not friends no more." Unbelievable.
My kid, my never will forget one time my daughter hollered, "I hate you," and I said, "Well, that's okay because I don't like you very much right now either."
My mother would hit me with syllables.
Like,
Every syllable that came out, she would. That's when I would get hit.
oh no, oh no.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh my goodness.
Are you done? And the worst thing of all was be sitting there and she would say, "I cannot wait for your father to get home."
Oh no.
That's when they should have played the music. Dun, 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 dun. Let me get my stick and my handkerchief and put my stuff in it and hit the hay.
I was never one of those either. I was not a wait till dad gets home kind of lady.
Yeah.
I was, you wash my baseboards now, you little sucker, and you can do it until your dad gets home. Then you can tell your dad while you're washing the baseboards. But
I'm the if I knew then what I know now type. And that's so true. Hindsight's 2020, but
That was one of my podcasts.
well, if it's not Lance,
now
you're
I'm reading Moon at
oh,
Noon.
yeah, yeah. Isn't that funny? If you're, but then again, I do believe that if hindsight's not 2020, you're a little challenged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you need glasses.
it's a shame.
But I mean, hey, all these years, how we grew up and stuff like. I told Marie maybe a year or so ago, talking about with the kids and the grandkids and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I said my father would be on death row right now for cracking us around.
Mine would probably be in jail.
Mine would too.
I mean, it
Well, and
just
that's another thing you got to understand too. Everybody's watching us now, and they've made it almost impossible to discipline your child, even if it's not, even if it's just a little swat on the fanny. My
Yeah.
goodness, I used to swat mine on the diaper. It didn't do anything to them. It just got their attention and hurt their feelings. But that's when it starts. That's when you start.
Right.
They need to understand that attention is the kind that is going to change their behavior.
Right. And the bigger picture is you shouldn't have to go through all this crap when they're 13
When
or 14.
exactly,
If the years before that they understood you know,
yes.
repercussions.
yeah.
When you start teaching them no when they're 2, they understand it when they're 15.
Yeah.
I mean, the rewards and stuff that we never got a freaking reward. I knew money was tight at the end of the month when my mother would buy a big bag of Chinese noodles, and that was the snack.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is good. You know what I mean? Because it was 40 cents or something like that for 100 pounds.
Now my kids never got rewarded for behaving, but they did get rewarded for stuff like grades or going
Yeah.
above and beyond and doing
Right.
something.
That's the way
You
it
know,
was growing around. You got so much for an A and so much for a
mhm,
B,
mhm,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Your report card.
But
Report-
we never got paid for taking out the trash or
no,
mowing the yard
no,
or
that's part of
doing
being in a
things that were
family.
supposed to be
Yeah,
your
No,
contribution to
you
the house.
go
right,
mow the neighbor's yard for extra money. I'm not
right,
going to get cut grass here, but
right.
you can go to Mrs. Streeter over here and
Uh-huh.
cut or you can cut Mr. Brindle's grass over here and make yourself some extra money.
That's right.
Otherwise, if you cut the grass here, who do you think's paying for that food's going in your stomach?
Or the gas
Or
going in the lawnmower. You know.
yeah,
Hmm.
Boy, that brings back a lot of memories there.
I remember me and my brother would be put on the push mower. We'd be pushing like it. We couldn't see over the bar hardly.
People
It'd
with
take,
your arms up here,
it'd
monkey
take us,
hanging off.
it'd take us 2 days to cut that yard.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's
But
how the Amish think. The Amish think the same way around here. Their children, they believe that they need to contribute too.
Yes.
And father never cuts grass, nothing like that. The children are always cutting the grass. They're out, watering the horses, they're feeding the horses because they got to eat.
Yes.
And that's how they believe. The parents, you got to eat, you got to help, you know,
Yeah.
earn it. It's not given to you.
that's why I have this here electric lunchbox here, because when I go out to cut the grass, I get hungry.
You don't want to stop.
I mean, it was just different things. I mean, 5 o'clock, it was time for dinner. Okay, and it was 8 of us between my mother and father, 5 siblings, and my grandmother. You know what I mean? So when 5 o'clock came, he would whistle. Right, one of them real loud whistles. God forbid you were down by the lake and you were underwater and you didn't hear that whistle. Holy crap!
He was in trouble.
I
Hey,
mean, just a whole regiment of things that we had to do. You know what I mean? We were never asked to take the garbage out. That was your job. You fell down on a job like that, you wore it. But I mean, I guess just paying the bills and all this other stuff is going on. That's why I say everybody's talking about the gas prices, the food prices. And that. Parents went through the same crap.
Yes.
It just different time and money. The value was a little bit different,
Right.
but it was much tighter. We all ate at the table. Nobody sat in the living room. Nobody
Exactly.
sat over
That's
there.
right.
We all sat down, had to talk. God
Ain't
forbid if
nothing
you.
but love.
NBL, what's up? So yeah, it was, and I have no regrets the way I was brought up or anything like that. If anything, taught me respect. That's
Yep.
what's missing.
My dad used to say, "You don't have to love me, but you're going to respect me."
That's it. One way or the other.
And
So true. The respect part, it's not expected.
well,
So,
you know, as a parent who's worth anything, you earn that respect. You take care of them, you protect them, you love them, you feed them, you do all of the things for them. And if that doesn't earn their respect, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Yeah, that's
But also I don't think a kid can think like that, and that's one of the things that I learned in my years of parenting 7 kids is that you can't screw a 40-year-old head onto a 5-year-old body.
bingo,
That's
Right.
right.
bingo, bingo.
Or a 10, or even 15. It just they have to be taught how to think.
And it has to start early.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that's a small window. If you miss that window, there ain't no do-overs when they're 14 and they're stealing
right.
your car keys.
That's
There,
right.
there ain't no window to go back and say, "Hey, let's do this again."
No, you've created the monster already,
Yep.
or allowed it to fester.
Yep.
you know. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. 'Cause
Well,
I
what are
mean-
you going to do?
Look here. I know I made mistakes with my first set of kids. I had them when I was in my 20s. I was as dumb as a bag of hammers back then. I didn't know what I was doing. I just did my best. And by the time I had these last two, I was 40 and 42. And I thought I knew what I was doing. And I can see holes. I got one that's about to be 18 and one that's going to be 21 this summer. And I can still see holes where I missed something.
But the key thing that you said was you did your best.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's too many of them out there that won't even put that much effort into it.
And that's true.
The schools are the babysitters. The Xbox is the babysitter when they get home from school. They play their games probably during school. The parents are not putting any effort in.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's one thing I can say about me and Poppy. We've always put the effort in. We're
Yeah.
there for everything: band concerts, band performances,
Th-
scouting,
And,
whatever
and
we're doing.
and let's face it, it's the luck of the draw. You got some kids out there. They're just naturally good
Hey,
and
Born
behave.
evil. Born
They
evil.
behave. Then there's other ones like me that you got to hit them over the head with a ball
Well,
bat just to get their attention.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Josh and Dave, what's a flash from the past?
Are they still around?
Well,
They're in your chat.
looks like
What's
it.
going on, guys?
They're in your chat. My God, I ain't seen that name in years.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to go and take my tail to bed.
I think
Yeah.
I'll take my tail to my bed. I wasn't going to say me too.
I got to go to bed and find my tail.
Well, y'all. So, who's got big plans for tomorrow? Is everybody just winging it and seeing what the weather let us do?
Just winging it because the weather is iffy here.
No, it's
Yeah,
gonna be the 90s tomorrow. So I might go surfing.
Little sand surf.
Yeah. Unbelievable. We're just gonna hang out. We ain't doing really much of anything.
That's the same way with me. So, Lance, what you got going on this week?
I'm going to try and get that pork roast. I've got some sugar-free apple juice where I'm going to braise some of it on the kettle.
Mm.
That'll be one cook. I want to take some of it and cut it up, and I want to make a pork fried rice. I've got the cauliflower right now. I want to play with that. I want to do a shredded beef with runny eggs on top. That's one of those things.
Ooh.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Good. That is excellent. So I want to do that on a video, and
Now, do you do that on a flat top?
no, I'm really digging this wok. It's a cheap wok, but I'm really enjoying the. It's just on my Weber kettle. I
Uh-huh.
either take the center insert out. If the coals are burnt down, I'll take the center insert out so I can get the wok closer to the burnt out coals or something, or simmering coals, whatever you want to call them. But if I have a good bed of coals, because I'll start with the wok in the beginning, then I'll cook on top of the grate. But I'm really enjoying that thing. I've got I think I showed Tom. I haven't edited that video yet. Well, that was a wok cook uh, with a Brussels sprout, tomato, corn,
That was good.
and
Mm.
shrimp topping on top of smoked fish. And my taco shell was romaine lettuce leaves.
Nice.
I did that. So, I'm just trying to just do something a
La-
little bit more healthier looking or eating.
Lance, that was my walk setup right there.
Yeah,
Well, if
that's what
any of
mine
you
like.
have not seen Tom's latest video with the lemon pork and Brussels sprouts, go watch it. I did my own version of it with chicken yesterday, and it was absolutely delicious. And there no leftovers whatsoever, none,
Gone.
gone. And I was tickled to death. It was delicious and super simple, easy to make.
Yep. Yes, it is.
I am going to adopt some Parmesan cheese, Tom. I've got a couple of dishes I would like to make, and I would like to be able to top them with the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go over grated Parmesan, my own grated Parmesan.
Right.
But
Lance, make the Parmesan in a pan, and then add butter to it,
Mm.
and just keep stirring it around. See, keep moving it around, make your own sauce with that.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Just do that all the time. Well, I'm mentioning Grumpus. Well, actually, I went back to midnight now with my new Sunday dinner stuff. So Grumpus is. I got him shouted out in there
Awesome.
So,
because
Charlotte, what you got going on this week?
Um, Nothing much. I just have a live stream. I think I'm gonna finish up a diamond painting on Monday, and then Saturday I'll be live again doing this with you, and both of those are at 9:30 Central Time.
9:30 the real time.
Yeah. I know everybody thinks Eastern is the real time, but it's not. It's not, really not.
Tom, what you got going on?
I got, like I said, tonight after midnight, I got Sunday Dinner Chef coming up. Tuesday, I have the podcast about. I did a series of being creative, also being diligent, and now the next one is going to be creative.
Okay.
So how to bring everything together. But this one that's coming up in a little while, I mentioned Grumpus in there because there was a place in Texas that I used to go to, and they'd cook right in front of you, and they would make these steaks, and they would use lemon butter on top. You got to watch it. Really good. But also, I did surf and turf. Made it with shrimp and stuff, with my freezer dive. But other than that, just keep
I would
rolling.
like
along.
to see the video of that dive.
Yeah, me too.
Marie says, of all things, why didn't you video that?
Marie, look.
That's basically how it went.
Yeah.
Well, Jane, thanks for putting everybody's link up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hope
wow.
everybody has a great and a safe Memorial Day weekend. Let's not forget our troops
That's right.
and what Memorial Day is for. It's not just for picnics.
No. It's about the sacrifice, y'all.
For the fallen.
So, with that being said, I think we'll pull the plug. Good seeing everybody in the chat. Be safe.
Okay.
Tom, Charlotte,
Yep.
Lance, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
time to get out of here. We'll see you.
Okay.
Good night,
Lance up.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Lance up. Be in touch.
Elvis has left the building.